Sunday night at Boston Garden, the stars of the Bruins' 6-3 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins were the team's main men. Minor league call-ups Norm Foster and Ralph Barahona were the sparks to victory this night. Barahona potting a pair of goals in his NHL debut, while Foster stopped 20 shots in pacing the Bees to their 8th win in their last 10 games. The contributions made by the farm system to this year's team may be unequaled. With every Bruin injury, a new face has been called up and tossed into the NHL fire. And each time, the new addition has had an impact on the club's success. Boston has lost 260 man games to injury already this season. So the importance of these players who have spent time in Portland can easily be judged with just one look at the top of the Adams Division standings. Tonight, the Bruins will look to continue their recent success against John Muckler and Mark Messier and the rest of the defending Cup champions from Edmonton. Just as with Pittsburgh on Sunday, the Bruins must rely on hard work and hustle if they hope to skate past the Oilers and close in on the league's best record. Will the same game plan used against the Penguins work tonight? We're about to find out as the Boston Bruins face off against the Edmonton Oilers. And it's next, live on NESN. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston Garden for the final regular season meeting between the Bruins and the Oilers. Each team has won on their home ice, so the Bruins are hoping that trend continues. What the Bruins have to hope is the Maine Miracle can continue for another night. Mike Milbury and Harry Sinden have to be waiting for the bubble to burst. I mean, after all, 1 or 2 players up from the minors, you hope to get by, and if they play well, great. But when you're playing 5 or 6, maybe even 7 at a time, well, then you better go to church an extra trip on Sunday. Tonight, Mike Milbury will have another new face-up. Ken Hammond, he may play. It'll be decided just before game time, depending on how Don Sweeney is playing. What is for certain is Norm Foster will be in goal again tonight for Boston, and Billy Ranford will get the call trying to stretch his unbeaten streak to 10 tonight for the Oilers. For a closer look at this one, let's go up to the booth right now with Fred and Derek.
Thank you, Dave. And Mike Milbury has got to be the coach of the year. No question about it. No argument about it. He made a change, put Cam Neely on the line with Ken Hodge and with Jeff Lazaro, a couple of rookies, to break it up because they were checking Neely and putting big guys on him and put Janney on another line. It has paid off in the sense that Neely has 8 goals, 6 assists in the last 14 games.
Cam Neely's coming to play hockey, and that's the key. He's coming every night to work. Cam Neely doesn't care. He's a team player. Doesn't care who he plays with. Kenny Hodge and young Jeff Lazaro, the two of them are working very hard. Cam's happy there, producing, and that's the key. But it's the ability of Neely to say, all right, I can play with anybody. I don't have to specifically be with Janney or any other designated player. I'm happy to play hockey, and I'm playing well.
And he certainly is. And for the Edmonton Oilers, after an early season injury, back in action, Mark Messier, an impact player, most valuable player in the National Hockey League last year.
Mark Messier, the Edmonton Oilers are 2 entirely different hockey clubs with and without this man. He's brought the Oilers to respectability when he's there, and he's got them really just playing well in the last little while. Edmonton off to a horrendous start, then his knee injury and etc. They just cannot gel without him. Now they've got him back, and he's the one that the Bruins are going to have to stop. A pure skater, tough man. He's good puck handler, passer, and shooter. A consummate player. He's got to be stopped.
And the opening faceoff in just a moment.
NESN's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers with that distinctively clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by Mobil One Synthetic Motor Oil. Isn't your car worth the extra protection? And by the Discover Card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Boston Garden. We're just about set for hockey tonight. You know, you look at the Edmonton Oilers, the hottest team in the NHL since the early part of December. And the guys that are doing it are not the guys that beat the Bruins in the playoffs last year. The guys like Graves and Jelena and Lamb, they just aren't playing that often for John Muckler and Turk. And you look back to last May and you say, son of a gun, lightning in a bottle.
No, what they had was that we played the Oilers, handled them all year long, and then that late trade, they got those bodies in there, and they did play well. And they, you know, you come off that hot Stanley Cup final and you win the cup. It's going to take a little while for the youth of that trio to adjust to it. The veterans are certainly every night don't panic, and that's what you got to look for. That's where your leadership is.
Well, for some of you may have been listening to radio this morning and heard a trade announced. There was no trade.
Wasn't even discussed.
Somebody announced that the Bruins had traded Glenn Wesley and a first-round pick for Yari Curry. Forget it. It never happened. Nor will it happen under those conditions. Well, the teams have taken their spots along the blue lines. The officials at center ice and Mr. Rene Rancourt with the mic.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing heart we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Nicely done as usual by Rene Rancourt. There's Bill McCreary talking with Pat DiPuzzo. McCreary, your referee, DiPuzzo along with Ray Scapinello, the linesman. That's your officiating crew for the night. Billy Ranford, the former Bruin product who last year won the Conn Smythe Trophy as the MVP of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He's looking to stretch his unbeaten streak to 10 tonight. Helping him out will be Kelly Buchberger, Adam Graves, and Dave Brown along the Edmonton front line, with Jeff Bookaboom and Charlie Huddy at defense in front of Bill Ranford.
Well, they can't start many tougher players than the Edmonton Oilers have.
And there's Norm Foster making his third consecutive start. He split a weekend series with the Penguins, was brilliant at times Sunday night. In front of him tonight will be Randy Burge, Dave Christian, and Ralph Barahona along the Bruin front line, with Glenn Wesley and Raymond Borg at defense in front of number 39, Norm Foster. And we are just about set to go, so let's turn it over to Fred.
All right, it is Graves and Barahona on the faceoff. Bork off for Wesley. Up on the left wing side, and Burridge gets it over the line. A shot deflected wide. Hustling in is Ray Bork into the corner, and the backup by Christian to keep it into the corner. Bork jamming around there. Huddy, Burridge. Still a battle. Bork is in deep, and they get it to Christian for a shot and a save by Ranford, and he hangs on. Good pressure by Boston.
Well, let's take a look at who is not playing tonight. The list just seems to grow for the Boston Bruins. Right at the top, the two goaltenders, Reggie Lemelin and Andy Moog, Dave Poulin, Byers, Nyland, Kekalainen. Hammond scratched tonight, Ruzicka and Weimer. In fact, Mike Milbury says he doesn't expect to get any forward back of the injured for a month. Smith, Lamb, and Semenoff not dressing tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. How about that? He doesn't expect any of his forwards back. In fact, Rosie Ruzicka is going to try to skate 2 or 3 more times, and if he just can't go, they may have to go in and operate and find out just what the problem is with the tendon on the ankle.
Chris Nyland's foot is broken now.
Right.
And the draw around for Jeff Smith. Messier is on, looking for the long pass. It's up on the right. Simpson can't get it. Knocked out to center ice. Bob Sweeney trying to break. He's coming on Jeff Smith. Over the line, the shot, the save, the rebound, and Spico couldn't get it. He was tied up by the Edmonton defense. Back at the Boston zone. Wheels around. Spico. Well, Wesley cleared in. Anderson going for it. Now Messier broken up. Rolls in front. Spico trying to get a handle to it. Couldn't do it. And Jeff Smith away to Messier. Messier is broken up by the back checking of Bob Sweeney. Bruins move it to center ice, but Messier's there to cover.
Nice play by Bob Sweeney there.
In the center ice, Anderson, right wing side. This is a potent line that the Bruins will have to guard against. Puck kept in by Simpson, looking for Huddy. Huddy pokes it behind the net. Don Sweeney up for Spico. Can't move it out. And the faceoff, as it deflected in the stands, called outside the line.
There he is, Mark Messier. An abundance of talent. Hey, Nellen, I don't think those numbers are much. He can back off a badly blown knee. He goes, playmaking being the easier of the 2 things to do. He has to feed people. He has to get guys like Klima and Simpson and Anderson scoring goals. When Centerman's job is to do that. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your own goal production to do it.
Tikkanen rolls it in his own zone all the way down near Ranford. Huddy backbreak. It is Hodge, Lazaro, and Neely. Linsman winding up. Bukovan to Tikkanen. Tikkanen has Linsman open. Linsman back for Tikkanen. The shot, the save by Foster. That was right on. The rebound Hodge. In the center ice, broken up by the back checking of Linsman. Puck is wrapped over the Edmonton line, but Huddy controls. Forced back by Neely. Able to get it away to Klima, to Linsman. Now for Huddy, for Tikkanen. Drop pass for Linsman. He is broken up by Hodge. Bukovan starts it again. Klima tips it in. Winding up now is Lazaro. His pass is blocked, but he checks the play on Klima, and Huddy flips it in. Opening minutes, no score. Boston and Edmonton. Cam Neely on the right wing side. In the center ice to Lazaro. Long shot. Whoa! Missed by Ranford, but wide of the net. And he had plenty on that from the blue line. Jelena strikes back. Clears it in deep. Murphy going for it. Around the boards. McTavish broken up by Bork. Pucks in front of the net. Up for Christian. Good break here. Lead for Burridge. Burridge, the shot in a screen blocked. Bork couldn't keep it in as it deflected back near the line. Murphy forechecking, but it's Peterson to Burridge. A skating game. The Bruins were in one Saturday against Pittsburgh. And Edmonton setting that tone. Here's Barahona. He's skating hard. He's going deep. He puts it in front of the backhander by Burridge. Went wide. Beautiful setup from Barahona. Here's one by Christian. Saved by Ranford. Trying to clear it. Pinched in. Kept in by Wesley. A shot and a save by Ranford. Big stop there. Around the boards. Wesley trying to contain it. Can't. Joseph banged it out. Back comes Burridge. He is broken up by Kevin Lowe. In the center ice, Graves fires in the play offside. No score, Boston, Edmonton in the first period on Nesson.
Right here, Ralph Barahona on the outside. The man turned. Joseph just couldn't pick him up. Burridge gets to it. Ranford down.
That's
hey,
good.
nice little outside to turn. Joseph. Hey, two good numbers. 1 game, 2 goals. That's a 160 goal pace.
Bruins picked up a too many men on the ice penalty.
Yeah. Served by Mr. Townsend. Game's a little more wide open than I would have liked. Bruins early chances, but I'll tell you that Issa Tikkanen was given a nice chance. Nice save by Foster.
Puck is back to Simpson, the lone point man. Simpson, the forward back there, checked by Bob Sweeney, blocked by Bork. Bork is able to clear it. Good checking by Bob Sweeney and by Ray Bork. Messier, Anderson, Simpson. A big line. Tikkanen on as a fourth forward. Boy, that's a lot of firepower. In the Boston end, Wesley able to get it as Foster blocked it. And Wesley clears. 1:20 left. Tikkanen, the fourth forward on the power play. Anderson. Play broken up by Lazaro. Lazaro works it over the line, loses to Anderson. Right back for Simpson. He's checked. Starts the play again. Everybody's skating for Edmonton. They'll find somebody free. They keep moving around, but Lazaro broke up this pass. Messier hit his skate.
They're trying to carry it in. They're trying to carry it, get it across that blue line in possession. They do not want to dump it in.
And they work it over the line. Joseph now just came on, clears it in, blocked by Foster behind the net. Can't clear it out. Blocked now by Burridge, kept in by Simpson. Simpson back. Joseph over to Tikkanen. Tikkanen able to walk way in, drill it, save, rebound. Hits wide. Oh, that was the crux of the matter, that rebound. Here's kept in now, and a shot wide. In tight by Anderson. Bruins able to clear it. Ray Bork fired it out. 20 seconds. Left. Boston 4 shots, Edmonton 2. 14 left now. And here comes Messier flying. Slowed down by Christian, and able to clear it is Wesley. Christian just got enough of him to slow him down. Boston has killed off the penalty for too many men on the ice. And a steal inside the line by Townsend. Trying to send Skriko in. It didn't quite work. Great play by Townsend. Skriko in the corner. Able to keep it in. Townsend Army served the penalty. He's in front of the net now. Goes to the backboards. Fights for it. Trying to put it in front. Goes behind the net. Janney with it. Janney checked off the puck. Townsend hustles over. Helps Janney get it. Janney loses. Townsend in the corner. He's doing all the work. But Janney behind the net. Trying to make the play. Forced to the corner. Looks for the open man. They back off him. He moves in for a shot and a score! Great Janney from Townsend to make it 1-0 Boston.
And Townsend acted like a real shield out in front of Ranford, but Janney came off and around from it. I think he may have fooled Ranford because of it. Let's look at the Mobile 1 instant replay.
An infamous backhand. A tremendous hustle by that man right there, Graham Townsend, who broke up 4 different plays before he makes that one. No one picks up Janney. Townsend goes back down into the slot. Takes like a magnet 3 Oilers with him. Ranford blows the backhand, and it's an extremely difficult thing. We've said it before, for goaltenders to pick up backhands. You just don't know where it's going. He just floundered, dropped down, went right through the legs. Big goal.
Well, that was great work by Townsend.
Oh,
he spent a minute.
Fabulous. 3 or 4 times he stole the puck himself.
Just Doris clearing it in. Back for it is Jeff Smith. Steve Smith is out of the lineup. Here's a centering pass, and Doris the backhand just wide of Ranford. The clear out to center ice. Brown can't get it. Boston feeds it back. Muni breaks it up. Brickley with it. Back to Peterson. Peterson trying to move it out. Jeff Smith able to keep it in. kept in on the boards. Peterson going for it. Graves gets it. Hit by Peterson. Puck to Brown. Brown hit it off the post. Is Buchberger. Off the post. Break for Boston. Buchberger at left wing, able to clear it in. Out of the net is Foster. Clears it around for Brickley. Brickley hopped over his stick and is kept in. Bounces right back for Hodge. Shot blocked by Peterson and cleared out. 1-0 Boston. 12:28 left in the first period. Craig Janney the goal from Graham Townsend. And back comes Tikkanen. Over the line. Fires to the corner. The rebound Wesley. Around the boards, trying to move it out. Stopped by Hodge. Hodge keeps it into Klima. Klima in deep. Blocked by Wesley. Checked by Linsman. Wesley trying to pin it. Does. Gets the face-off. Boston 1, Edmonton 0. First period on this.
Right here in the corner, puck comes loose to Buchberger. Right here, he's just going to unload one. Goes off the stick, off the crossbar.
That was a real lady big line out there. Buchberger and Dave Brown.
Not exactly lighting the lamp.
Yeah, but he's getting better.
In the last 4 games.
He's starting to find the range.
8 minutes played. First period, 1-0 Boston. 6 shots for the Bruins, 2 for Edmonton. And Edmonton had a power play. Wesley breaks it out with Lazaro. Wesley is ridden off on the play. Lazaro forechecking, trying to keep it in. Hodge moves in. Kental back at the line. Fired in by Lazaro. Delayed call, but Hodge works it out. Pass broken up by Hodge. Kental. Or Neely, he can't set a play. Bounces it over the Edmonton line. Lazaro trying to get in on Hodge. Chases Hodge around. Still follows him. And really, in effect, broke up that rush out by Hodge as Edmonton tries to start again. Luca Boone, big, rangy defenseman. They miss Steve Smith, though, their top defenseman. Out with a broken foot. Kental and Neely. Not a good pass, broken up now by Messier. Messier streaks in behind the net, gives it off to Lowe right in front. Easy score on that one by the right winger, Simpson. Simpson. As that play was set up by Messier's great speed.
Great fake by Lowe, too. Gee. He had Norm Foster thinking shot all the way here.
Right here, Cam Neely's going to try to bank it off the boards to Kental. That's where the mistake. Right here, Wesley tries to pick up a free-flowing Messier. Right there, around the little curl around side of the net. What a nice soft goal, gift goal that is.
Well, the mistake was Kental. Not a good pass up to Neely. That trapped Nam. He had to go back for it.
Cam could have made the save play out off the boards as well. And that's what he's going to get. Neely knows that he should have done that, but he took a chance to make the play back. It didn't work out. Messier just happened to be going in that direction with a full head of steam.
Simpson the goal, 24th of the year from Messier and Kevin Lowe, 8:52. The time, the game is tied at 1. The Boston score by Gianni is 18th from Townsend. That came at 6:25. 10:51 left in the first period. Bruins forechecking and Messier gets it. Clears in. Foster blocking it behind the net. Nobody picking it up. Now they poke it away to Christian. Christian knocks it out into center ice. Barahona can't pick it up. Now he leaves it over the line for Burridge. Now off for Barahona. Barahona back for Don Sweeney. Fires it into the corner. But Lowe takes over. Clears it out. Can't set up Anderson. Don Sweeney. Build it right back in. Lowe for Simpson. Now to Messier. Messier with Anderson. Messier broken up, but Anderson gets the loose puck and fires. Blocked wide. Anderson a threat there from Messier. Bruins seem to back off that. Here's Townsend coming. Center ice. Trying to fire it in. It is blocked by Anderson. Anderson holds. Gives it to McTavish, who tipped it in. In deep. It is kept in. McTavish whipping around the corner. Battling for it. Trying to reach it. Jelena can't. Peterson trying to move it out. Janney breaks up the play. Can't clear it out. Now he does. 1-1 the score. 9:35 left here in the first period. Alan Peterson at the Boston line. Up for Squeako offside. 1-1, first period, Edmonton and Boston on NESN.
Right here. Now watch the little cut across the top. Just tucks it. Wow, this is a great play. I mean, that's a strictly Messier talent play. Two Bruins drawn to him. Neither one of them picked up Anderson. 406 career goals.
9:28 left in the first period. 1-1 the score. Wesley starts it out. Clearing into the corner. Smith back for it. Townsend, Strico, Janney on for Boston. Janney able to golf it up, but Muni takes over. Up the middle for Graves. Graves coming out with Brown and Buckberger. Block. Smith clears it in. Back is Bork. Behind the net. He's broken up. Graves gets it. Walks in front. Loses it. Townsend trying to come out. Loses to Muni. Muni broken up. Janney gets it. Center ice. Janney looking for help. Weaving. Gets it out. Oh, they say he didn't get it over the line as Bork brought it in. 1-1 the score. 8:45 left. First period on NESN.
Now you call it. Here's Janney. It's on the line.
Look back at the picture now, Buck.
Thank you.
All right, you call it, Turk.
All right. See, that's why Bab Frateroli wanted us to see it from the other angle. Should have listened to him.
Hodge, Neely, Lazaro on against Messier, Simpson, and Anderson. And that trio's played a lot for Edmonton so far. And it was Messier setting it up for Simpson with help from Lowe to tie up the game. Cleared, back for it, Huddy. Neely barreling in. Bangs into it. Follow up by Hodge. Can't get it. Anderson starts it out. He can fly. He is flying. On Don Sweeney going deep. I don't know where that pass was going.
Looked like he was backhanding it at Norm Foster's head.
And missed. Hodge works it out. Neely trying to break. Neely is broken up. Messier slips over the line. He loses to Galley. Galley breaks it out. Gives it to Hodge. Hodge over the line with Lazaro. In deep for Lazaro. Lazaro puts it in front. Knocked away by Ranford. Actually a shot there. And Messier moves it to center ice. Out comes Anderson with Simpson. Over the line for Simpson. He's forced deep. He's broken up. And the Bruins clear it out.
The Oilers truly love to use that late man. That drop pass and even a double, triple drop pass if they can.
7:38 left in the first period. It is a skating game, not a hitting game. Here's Linsman skating. He is checked by Quintal, who drops it to Lowe, who's way in. Lowe in front. Klima scores. Wide open. Klima from Lowe to make it 2-1 Edmonton.
Well, I'm looking out there. The Bruins got enough bodies on the ice. Who is the one who's supposed to pick up Klima? That is just a breakdown misassignment. There's Peter Duras falling off Klima, going to Lowe. Right there, nobody's got Klima. People look around, check things off. Great shot by Klima. When you're that close, you just roof it.
Peter Klima is hot, and he puts it Edmonton in front 2-1. On their fourth shot in the game, the Bruins have 6, but they had 5 early. And Klima from Lowe and Linsman at 12:34. So Ken Linsman, who played on the Stanley Cup Edmonton team, back with the club, signed as a free agent. Tikkanen breaks over the line and hits the post. And Peterson moves it up. Twice Edmonton has hit the post. That from well out. And back comes Klima again. Flying, faking, dropping for Joseph. Joseph shot very wide. Burridge back to cover it. Tikkanen in there.
Bruins are going to have to start hitting. No doubt in my mind. They play so much better when they're playing physical.
Shaping up very much like that Saturday game in Pittsburgh. A skating game, that's what Edmonton wants.
Edmonton defense is very suspect. Get on it early. Bruins have got to get it up quicker to the forwards.
Back is Galley, 2-4 checkers. It's up for Burridge. He's broken up. Simpson keeps it in. Boy, the Messier line's playing about the whole period. And Messier is just flying around. Puts it in front, blocked by Burridge. able to work it out. But Edmonton right back on him. Simply put, Edmonton's out skating Boston.
At this
And
juncture,
they lead 2-1. 6 minutes left in the first period. Again, Anderson breaks it up. Off from Messier. He's staying out there the whole game. Janney breaks it out, but the pass is stopped by Muti. Intercepted by Janney. Janney breaks over the line. Stick handling, trying to work it through. Forced deep by Smith. Puts it in front. Knocked away by Ranford. Janney pulled down on the play. Messier breaks it out. Now for Anderson. They're still on there. Muti comes up. Anderson drifting in is pulled down on the play by Wesley. Wesley's going. Power play for Edmonton. That Messier line played about 5 minutes. 2-1 Edmonton. Back in a moment on Nesson.
Boston penalty number.
right there is a nice move through the feet. Wesley takes the handoff. You're not going to be able to get by me. Gone for 2.
Well, so far,
While you
4.
watch the puck, Dave, that happens. Not to watch the puck. Stare him straight in the crest, right in the middle of his chest. Ignore the puck, play the body.
So far, the Oilers have managed but 4 shots. 2 have gone in. And then 2 others that aren't on the shot clock rattle off the pipe.
Crossbar and a post. But what I've noticed over the years, Edmonton they're not impressed with a lot of shots. They never do.
Quality,
They get quality shots. They work the puck. I think a lot of times when they get beat, they overpass it.
Linsman on the faceoff with Bob Sweeney. Second power play for Edmonton. Good job by Boston on the first one. And Galley knocks it out. Lazaro out with Bob Sweeney. Ray Bourque and Galley play defense. 5:20 left in the first period, and Edmonton leads 2-1, and goals by Simpson and Klima. Janney for Boston. Huddy to Klima. Bounces in deep. Bourque in the corner. Is hit by Anderson. By Murphy, rather, and Klima has it. Klima back to the point. Misfired by Tikkanen. He's lost his stick. A breakout by Lazaro. Coming on Tikkanen, who hasn't got a stick. His shot is blocked by Tikkanen. In the center ice, Murphy. Check. Interception now by Galley, and a clearing. Tikkanen winding up. Plays the point on the power play. Now Messier trying to move in. Stop. Joseph with it.
Nice poke check by Bourque. Don't give away the blue line. They do not want to shoot it in, so you can afford to stand up. Just don't get beat.
Joseph fires. I don't think there's been a body check in the game.
Nearly hit Huddy, and that was it.
That's it. Over on the boards to the right of Ranford. Forechecking. Bourque breaks it up. Burridge fires it down. 34 seconds left on the second power play for Edmonton. 4 minutes left in the first period. 2-1, the Oilers lead. Anderson to Messier. Boy, they are just cruising. In deep, Anderson behind the net, puts it in front. The backhander and the score by Simpson. Makes it 3-1 on a power play. Their only chance on this power play.
That was a broken play. Wasn't really a chance. Just great goal scoring ability by Simpson. So stays with the puck as it comes out behind the net. It's going across. He even turns around backwards. Or it's kicked back up to him. Nobody there.
Can't fault Norm Foster on any of the 3 goals.
Well, my little poke check right here. Foster just gets beat. Stayed on the post. Got up over his leg.
3:47 left. The power play goal by the Oilers. On their only opportunity, they have just 5 shots and they have 3 goals. The Bruins fire in and Ranford kicks it out. A left point shot by Wesley. That's the first shot the Bruins have had in quite a stretch.
In 10 or 12 minutes, it's been that long.
3:25 left in the first period. Simpson getting his second.
Time to goal, 16 minutes, 13 seconds.
Wesley winding up at the Boston zone.
That's goal number 25 of the season and the second of the game for Craig Simpson.
Icing. Dave Shea, NHL update.
Assisted by Joseph.
Now we got a few other games going on. Fred, Philadelphia's taking a 1-0 lead in the first on a Maury Craven goal. Vancouver and Washington are scoreless in the first, and Calgary and New Jersey also scoreless in the first period. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser. Coming in, the Bruins have the best home record in the National Hockey League. But the home ice has not proven to be an advantage. It's not an advantage if you just show up. It's only an advantage if you go out and
I don't know. In basketball, there seems to be a tremendous disparity in
definitely,
home and away. Hockey, in the National Hockey League this year, the home team wins 56.5% of the time, which is not overwhelming.
That big an advantage now.
No, it's not that big a deal. The road teams are coming in playing pretty consistently. You can win 43% of the games on the road. You're doing something.
Face off to the left of Foster. 3-1 Edmonton in the first period. 3 minutes left. In deep, it is Buckberger. Able to keep it in front. Knocked away now to Graham Townsend. Can't make a play with Squeako. And back for it, Muni. Shots are 7, Boston 5, Edmonton, and a 3-1 lead for Edmonton. This line is Janney with Townsend on the right and Squeako on the left, and Janney has the lone goal. Shot from the point is wide by Don Sweeney. Oilers control. Galley now able to keep it in. Oh, they say offside. 3-1, Edmonton over Boston. The first period on Nesson. And the last goal, 16-13, a power play goal by Craig Simpson. Second of the night, his 25th of the year. Chris Joseph and Glenn Anderson assist. Simpson made it 2-1. After Klima tied it, Janney scored the first goal of the game. Galley for Squeako. A quick shot is wide. Huddy, checked deep by Townsend. That's it to Bukovan. Bukovan, going to move it out. Interception by Squeako and Townsend. They keep it in. Townsend trying to make the play. He was taken down. And Linsman drops it out. Taken over by Galley. Don Sweeney leads the rush. They back off him. He's trying to set up Squeako, and Squeako is checked all the way by Tikkanen. Tikkanen back up, gets it. Fires a lead pass for Linsman. Linsman dropping it for Klima. Klima maneuvering. I think he took a stick. Looks for a call. There's a whistle here.
I think Klima's going to get something for Spear and Don Sweeney. He wasn't in the play whatsoever. He got clipped in the mouth by Kenny Linsman's stick.
Well, it's hard to believe. Pitchers and catchers report to spring training in just a matter of weeks. Baseball season right around the corner. Nesson's live coverage, 1991 Boston Red Sox, begins with 15 Grapefruit League games starting Tuesday night, March 19th, 7:30. The Red Sox travel to Lakeland to take on Cecil Fielder and the Detroit Tigers. Jack Clark, Roger Clemens, Ellis Burks, Mo Vaughn. The 91 Sox are looking to improve on last year's division crown. Don't miss the action right here on Nesson.
Well, Kenny Linsman right here is going to lift the stick. Nice move by Klima. Great work. Now there's where Klima says he got hit and clipped with it. No penalties. Raymond might have got it up a little bit.
Around the boards in the Boston zone, Barahona trying to clear it out. Can't do it. Burridge checking the play. Work for Burridge. Burridge is broken up by Messier. Boy, he puts it. Simpson, Anderson, back in front. Messier was all alone, but Burridge got over there just in time. Bruins break it out to Barahona. Barahona starts it back with Ray Bourque clearing in. 1:10 left in the first period. Christian digging deep in the corner. Burridge goes in, gets it behind the net. Trying to come in front, gives it a Bourque. Bourque walks in, shot, and a save by Ranford. Oh, what a big save there. Burridge to Bourque for the bid.
Yeah, you needed that one. That was a big one to get. Raymond came in and Billy Ranford. How to get him moving. He saw this play. He read it real well. He knows he's got Bourque out there, but he's really waiting for turnaround. He didn't get it. Here's Bork. Now Ranford comes out to challenge him. Right leg on it. Good hustle by Randy Burridge.
Kevin Lowe gets a penalty for holding at 19:04. Boston's first power play. Just about a minute left in the first period. 3-1 the Oilers. Boston 8 shots and the Oilers 5. Oilers have 1 for 2 in power plays. 10 for 42, 24% last 10 games.
24% is very good on the playoffs and on the power play in the last 10 games. That's exceptional. If you did that all year long, you'd be thrilled.
Janny, Neely, Skriko with Wesley and Bork. And the draw to Bukovam and the clear. That is Ray Bork. Doesn't get easier for the Bruins. Thursday night, Calgary Flames.
Certainly doesn't.
Bork. Fires in. Huddy clears it into the stands. That's a break for Boston. If they can win this faceoff.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You don't start winning the draws. And here, Charlie Huddy, the recipient of the only check this evening by Mr. Neely.
Talk about golf. 2 beautiful days, Derek. You missed them down the Cape.
Glorious, glorious days. Worked. Dr. Anthony, got to go to work, Fred. I can't be out like you playing golf all the time.
The draw, back for Bork. Open, Wesley. Shot! Deflected wide. Fans thought it went in. I did too for a moment. Janny in front. Wesley trying to keep it in. Does. Good play. Janny on the boards. Neely trying to move it in deep. Does. For Skriko. Skriko behind the net. Huddy after him. He stops. Gets it off for Janny. Quickly for Wesley. Bork. 8 seconds left. In front. Bruins can't get the handle to it. 4 seconds left. Bork a shot. Knocked wide by Ranford. And that'll do it. Good pressure. Bruins up to 10 shots. Edmonton 5, but the score. Edmonton 3, Boston 1. Innovation highlights in a moment.
Oilers lead the Bruins 3-1 at the end of the first period. A guy the Bruins ought to be keeping a close eye on tonight, but apparently haven't been because he scored twice, is Edmonton's Craig Simpson. He has been on a serious tear over the last few games for the Oilers. He has scored 4 of the last 9 Oilers goals. That's before the game tonight, and he has 2 of their 3 so far this evening, so that's 6 out of their last 12. Coming into the game, he was on a point-a-game pace over an extended period of time, 38 points in the last 38 games, so he's at 40 in the last 39. Dave Shea's guest down at the Garden is injured Bruin Lyndon Byers. David?
All right, Tommy, the last time Lyndon and I sat together with a microphone, it was out in Springfield, and the Mariners were shot down big time that night. Maybe it's just our chemistry.
Yeah, I don't know, Dave. Things aren't going too well. It's only the first period, and Edmonton's a high-flying team, and if you don't check guys like Messi and Simpson, they're going to stash it on you. You know, you can't blame Normie, I don't think. And the boys, I thought they were all over them at first, and you know, if they pick up the body, everything should be fine.
I thought the club would come out and try to blueprint what they did against Pittsburgh Sunday night, and that is play it physical, forecheck heavy, and try to keep the attack from even getting going.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, like I said, you're playing the Edmonton Oilers. They've got so much speed and they've got so much talent up front that you have to play the body. And I'm sure that's what Mike's in there telling them right now. And I don't think anybody's hitting the panic button. We got a great club, and I have a lot of faith in our guys. They'll come back and spank the Oilers.
Do you find it odd, Lyndon, that the guys that really hurt this club last year in the Cup Finals, Graves and Jelena, Lamb, are not playing great this season, that it appears to have been playing great hockey at the right time?
Well, you know, I'm not going to sit and jab anybody. So, you know, I'm not a 50-goal scorer, so it's tough to throw stones. But, I mean, you know, you see that a lot sometimes. It's their second year, and when they first came up, no one knew what to expect, and maybe they surprised a lot of people. And it's like anything, you know, when you play against the Boston Bruins, you got to hit Cam Neely and Ray Bork. So, now it's tough for them to play well, and they're just adjusting, and I'm sure they're all going to be fine players in the future. I mean, everybody has their time to adjust to what's happening and what's going on.
Well, certainly the guys who have been brought up from Maine this year have adjusted nicely, have done the job. In fact, they've probably done more, Lyndon, than should be asked of them. Mike Milbury told me before the game that he doesn't expect any of the injured veteran forwards to be back in a month. I thought you guys were all getting close.
Yeah. No one's getting close, I don't think, with Bobby and now Dave Poons. He's got a broken shoulder, and I really don't even know what's up with my foot. All I know is that it doesn't feel well enough that I can put a skate on even. So I'm talking to Bert, and I mean, I don't know. We're not missing anything. Those guys are playing great. Laser and Ralph Barahona, I mean, I said, hey, Ralph, I got to make a living too. One's fine, you come up your first game, you stash one. That's good. But you got two. They're playing great. Graham Townsend, everybody's filling in, and the Bruins they're going to be there, and hopefully we'll all get back, and the team will be rolling.
Well, that's the important thing for you and Chris and Rosie and everybody get back
Right.
to get enough games in so come playoff time. Those who didn't have the experience have it, and those of you who are veterans are ready to go.
Well, I think you have to make a reasonable attempt, to be back a couple of weeks before everybody says you have to make it back for the playoffs, but Mike Milbury's got to have confidence in you and the way you're playing, if you're in shape and if you're ready to go. And I mean, that's not the time, the first round of the playoffs, to be saying, well, geez, Lyndon, how do you feel? Do you think you can go? You got to be ready to play a lot longer before that. So, I'm as frustrated as Mike Milbury is right now, and I just hope the guys keep playing great and the kids keep playing great, and we go on and I get to play and everybody else gets to play, and we're a happy bunch of guys.
Well, maintain the sense of humor and keep the faith, though. But get healthy soon, huh?
Thanks, Dave.
Lyndon Byers, our guest, Tommy.
All right, David, so the Bruins score first, but the Oilers come back with 3 before the end of the first period, and that's where we are at the end of 1 from Boston Garden. I'll be back. We'll check some first period highlights with you when Bruins Digest or Bruins Hockey continues tonight on NESN. Total of 4 games in the National Hockey League tonight. One of those is the Los Angeles Kings and the Philadelphia Flyers at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. They are at the end of the first period as well. Goaltenders, Kelly Hrudey for the Kings and Ron Hextall for the Flyers. Flyers get the only goal of the first period on a power play. Murray Craven, 18th of the season, tips a gourd. Murphy shot for the score. Murphy and Kerr have the assists. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. That's at the end of the first period of play. The other scores are all 1-0 as well. Vancouver, on a goal by Jay Mazier in the first period at 14:31, has a 1-0 lead over Washington down in Landover. And Claude Lemieux has the only goal of the game so far in the game between the Jersey Devils and the Calgary Flames. So it's Jersey with a 1-0 lead at the end of the first period in that one. At Boston Garden so far tonight, 3-1 lead for the Edmonton Oilers over the Bruins. Bruins scored first, but then the Oilers came back with 3 in a row. We are watching the 2 clubs that have been the hottest in the league over their last 10 games. The Bruins with 16 out of a possible 20 points over that span. The Oilers with 15 out of 20. The Bruins have won 8, lost 2, and tied none over that 10-game stretch, while the Oilers are 7-2-1. All right, second period action from Boston Garden. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
All right, Tom, thank you. You're talking to John Muckler before the game about Bill Ranford and the imminent return of Grant Fuhr. I said, this could pose a problem. He said, no, it won't pose a problem. Because Bill Ranford knows right now he is number 1. Grant Fuhr used to be. And Grant has to come back and prove to me that he's good enough to replace Ranford. And he says, and you know
certainly.
what? Grant's of the temperament that he will do just that. He will try to make it difficult. But there won't be any problem. And I said, what about Fuhr after all these years of greatness, now having to accept a backup role until he gets that opportunity? He says, I don't see any problem at all.
And I tell you, he legitimately means that, John Muckler, because Bill Ranford, one fine goalkeeper. The only way you're going to beat him is to get him moving. Janny beat him with a backhand, which is exceptionally difficult to pick up. Pass it around.
Kevin Lowe will be in the box
still on
to start
the power
period.
play.
And a minute left on that power play. Neely knocks it in wide of Ranford. Around the boards, Wesley keeps it in. For Neely in the corner. Neely, check, gets it behind the net. Skriko trying to make the play. Gets it to Janny in front. Knocked away. covered now by Edmonton, and the clear by Tikkanen. Tell you where Grant Fuhr will be next year, Los Angeles. Peter Pocklington needs money. Janney breaks out. Gives it to Neely over the line. Trying to move in. Bukabaum checks him. Janney moves in. Neely in the corner. Squeako there.
It's funny you mentioned Fuhr in L.A., Fred. We're going to be talking with Grant Fuhr coming up during the second intermission. He made the trip with the club, and we'll talk about that. See if he thinks he's headed elsewhere.
Well, a lot of people think, a lot of people speculating, especially like today, that foolish speculation. Some clown figures I'll make a trade up. Everybody would think that's a logical thing. Gretzky, LA, all that. Who knows?
21 seconds left on the Boston power play. Hodge out there with Janney and Neely. In deep, Janney behind the net, couldn't get control. Messier checking it. Janney. Bukabaum can't clear it. Bork, great play to keep it in for Wesley. Wesley in for Janney in front. Jam! Save on Hodge. Jam by Neely. Saved. Janney with it behind the net. 2 bids by Boston. In front. It's knocked away to Messier, and he clears it. Lowe is out.
Boston really threatened at the end of the period on the power play, and just threatened there again. A good couple of breaks. It's 3-2, and they're back on the hunt.
I don't know how Ranford finds the puck. There's got to be a 6 set of legs out in front of him.
Well, he lost it for a good piece of this. He didn't know where it was either. Right there, trying to find Neely. Then you end up changing your mind. Go to Hodge. Hodge gets 1 swipe, 2 swipes, 3 swipes. Ranford's left leg kind of freezes it for a while. Squirts back to Janney. He's trying to find Hodge to the left. Changes his mind, tries Neely on the other side. Great play by Hodge. Just went down, took it away.
Bill Ranford on a roll. Playing very well.
Barahona is out with Brickley on the left and Christian on the right. 3-1. Draw back, right point. Galley, a shot and a screen. Saved by Ranford. Poked near the net by Brickley and tied up by Ranford again for a face-off.
You know, one thing I notice about Ranford that he has improved upon as he has matured. Remember how much energy he used to put into making even a routine save. He now lets that puck hit him, Derek, as the seasoned veteran goaltenders do. He doesn't exert the energy unless he has to.
He doesn't shape up trying to impress. When he's really pumped, he tends to. That's one of his biggest failings, is when he pumps to shape up.
I mean, he could still be acrobatic.
His big problem was the 5-hole. He gave up an awful lot between his legs, and he's learned to play that pretty well. Barahona has been winning faceoffs pretty good.
This one goes around the corner to Anderson. Anderson checked by Christian. Christian gets it to Barahona. Barahona maneuvering into the corner. Tried to set it to the point man, but Galley is in. That it wasn't a good pass to him. And Don Sweeney starts it back. Winding up is Dave Christian, having a hot year for the Boston Bruins. Up for Don Sweeney. Got in wide of Ranford. Smith back, hit by Brickley. Barahona in, gets it near the net, poked away by Ranford. Bruins battle around the boards. Anderson starts it out. A lead intended for Simpson is broken up by Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney rushes. Fires wide. Ricochets to the Boston zone. Graves after Galley. Galley gets it out of the zone, knocked back in. Hodge, Christian trying to make a play. Rolls back in near Foster. Long one up to Christian. To Brickley. Over the line, shot wide. Into the back of the net, but knocked around the corner. And a hit by Neely, and out comes Graves. Good hit on Buckberger by Neely. He knocks down Buckberger again, who tried to get him in retaliation. So Neely with a couple of hits. And that stirs up the fans and the Bruins as Lazaro fights around the boards along with Peterson to keep it in. Can't do it when it's knocked over the line. The play is offside. It is Edmonton 3, Boston 1. Second period on Nesson.
Every time you get clobbered hard, you tend to want to come back and get back at the guy that hit you. But Cam Neely was quite prepared for that. Play high school hockey out there. Somebody nails you. Fake it like you're going to go for it. Go for the puck. He'll never pick it up. You'll end up with a puck all night.
Is that one of your tricks out of the bag of your young career?
No, what I learned is that if you try to hit somebody back who just really nailed you, I mean, obviously the guy's going to be waiting for you.
Boom breaks it out.
Pick your spot.
Lead on the left wing side. Bork knocks down Tikkanen. And the puck up in the center ice to Hodge. Hodge checked in the play. Leaves it for Bork. Bork is over the line. Gets it across for Lazaro. Lazaro is broken up by Bukovac. Fed all the way in on Foster. Knocked away from the onrushing Klima. The lead out for Lazaro. Hustles after it, but Bukovac knocks it away. 3-1 Edmonton. All the scoring in the first period. 2 by Simpson, 1 by Klima. Gianni for Boston, and one of Simpson's a power play. Over the line, Lazaro trying to move in. Lost his stick. Tikkanen sends Klima almost in alone, fires and scores. Beautiful shot into the corner to make it 4-1. Peter Klima, his second of the night.
Peter Klima, a deadly shooter.
I'm sure Norm Foster's mother told him there'd be nights like this.
Oh, yes. And Peter Klima's not supposed to be all alone on that side of the building either.
Yeah, what a shot.
Just a great shot. Army's out of the net. Got the angle. Just finds the spot it's aimed at.
For almost 4 minutes, no attack by Edmonton, but Klima gets the goal. Just 6 shots for Edmonton, but they have 4 goals, and Peter Klima has 2. Simpson has 1. Gianni over the line. Off for Skriko, in for Gianni. Can't get the shot away. Gets it off the corner, back for Skriko. A backhander is wide. Fighting to keep it in. It is Skriko. It's knocked out. Skriko gets it. Trying to make the plays. Knocked down at the line. And back comes McTavish. Jelena with Murphy. They played very little. Jelena works it in front. Broken up by Gianni. And cleared out. 15:35 left. The goal by Klima. Assist to Tikkanen and to Lensman at 3:48. And Ken Lensman has picked up 2 assists. The lead now for Townsend. Fires, and it's wide. Skriko trying to keep it in. Pokes it to the backboards. Townsend hustles in. Has it. Broken up, and Jelena starts it back with McTavish. Losing to Wesley. Wesley right back. And they ruled Gianni offside. Edmonton 4, Boston 1. Second period on Nesson. Ken Lensman. Driven in now. Joseph with it behind the net. 4-1. Edmonton leads. Puck is cleared down by Brown. Near Foster. Back for Don Sweeney. Takes the hit. Burridge trying to move it out. A shot by Brown. Right point. Blocked. Fights to keep it in. Burridge checks him. A shot kicked out on Joseph. And back comes Duras. Kind of a mock cheer from the fans there from Foster, but
crowd's cruel.
Don Sweeney wraps it in deep around the boards. It bounces back for Galley. Galley, a screen shot, right pad save by Ranford. Bruins winding up. Galley in the center ice. Off for Burridge. Burridge a shot, a save, and the rebound bounces off Duras, but wide of the net. Almost knocked it in. Bob Sweeney behind the net. Trying to make the play in front. Burridge is broken up, but Don Sweeney fires in. Left pad save by Ranford. Don Sweeney trying to move in. Blocked by Joseph, who dropped on that second bid. And away comes Messier. He'll break in alone. Saved by Foster. The rebound broken up by Galley. In the center ice to Duras. The cheers for Norm Foster. Beautiful save on Messier, who broke in alone. 13:30 left here in the second period. Edmonton leads it 4-1. This long clear to the Boston end. Back is Peterson. They wave off icing. Up the boards. Bruins break it out. Barahona coming over the line. Drops it off And Bork able to keep it in. In deep. Barahona going for it in the corner. Checked by Huddy. Out of it comes Christian across. Aerial pass for Brickley. He can't get it. Simpson, who has 2 goals. Out for Messier. Messier rakes it up over the line. Anderson knocked down by Peterson as he rolled it in. This wide open hockey. Peterson back. Takes the hit from Anderson. Drives it over the line. Rebound batted in by Barahona. But now Anderson winding up, starting out. Picking up Messier on the move. A lead from Messier. Drops it, but right on the stick of Christian, who loses it to Anderson and gets it back. Christian up for Brickley. Broken up at the line. Linsman. Check. Able to keep possession, though. Steal by Wesley inside the line. Wesley moving in front. Off for Neely a tough angle shot. Blocked. Neely in the corner trying to get it. Rolls away to Tikkanen, who clears it out. Linsman with it at the Edmonton line. Now to Klima, who has 2 goals. Muni checked by Hodge. Tikkanen forced back by Lazaro. Edmonton retreating against good forechecking by Lazaro. Now Neely, and Wesley steals it inside the line. Well, that forechecking paid off. Lazaro bangs into Klima. And heavy action over on the boards.
Muni's going to be going for Trivic.
A power play for Boston, their second of the game. It is Edmonton 4, Boston 1. Back in a moment on Nesson.
Right here, Peter Klima. No idea what he's doing. He's just looking to protect the puck. Lazaro gets dumped for his trouble. Goes around the far boards. There's Hodge. There's Tikkanen. There's a cheap shot by Tikkanen. Famous for those. A little chop on the face of Kenny Hodge on the way down.
Peter Klima has 2 goals in the game tonight, and he has 7 goals now in 3.5 games for the Edmonton Oilers. Muni out. Power play Boston, their second. Edmonton leading 4-1.
Peter Klima is explosive. He is a 50-goal scorer in my mind. He just keeps focused. You can get him thinking once he gets hot, he is devastated.
Wesley starts it out for Janney, but he was covered by McTavish. Bork able to keep it in on the boards. Dug out by Neely, trying to keep it on the line. Can't do it. Knocked out by McTavish. Janney over the line with Bork. They back off Janney.
Neely.
Wesley it is, rather. Wesley holding. Shot, save, rebound. The clear.
Radford got lucky. He was a little lackadaisical on field in that one.
1:15 left on the Boston power play. 4-1 Edmonton, second period. Wesley starts it back. Gains the line. They back up. He wheels it around. Janney on the boards. Check. Comes off the boards with it. Can't set up Squeako, though, in front. Kevin Lowe broke that up. A big defensive play. Bork for Neely. Barreling hard. Checked at the line. The play is offside. 45 seconds left on the power play. Tom Larson, NHL update.
Thank you, Fred. From the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the Los Angeles Kings have gotten a goal. They are now tied with the Flyers in the second period. It's Todd Ellick with a goal. Dave Taylor with an assist, his 999th career point. 1-1, this Polaroid instant update on Nesson.
I didn't know Dave Taylor was closing in on a milestone. 1,000 career points for...
Right here, Janney picks it up. Nice little tuck to Squeako. Too soft, too slow. Kevin Lowe picked it right up. Ooh, there's a little saying. Too soft, too slow. Kevin Lowe picked it up, read it real well. That's what his experience does for you. Not a very good skater. Not a pretty skater. I mean, he's effective. But, geez, he just knows the game. He knows his position.
Galley is on with Bork. Galley has to wind up again. Messier is out there. Halfway through the game, 25 seconds left on this Boston power play. Offside.
Well, now you can remember the days of Orr, Esposito. I don't know why they didn't put Sanderson down here in the Stanley Cup by ordering the Boston Bruins Alumni Championship Team poster. This poster remembers the 1970 Stanley Cup team and their 20th year reunion and can be ordered by mail through the Boston Bruins Alumni Office at 150 Causeway Street, Boston, Mass. 02114. $5 will cover the cost of the poster, and all the proceeds will benefit the Boston Bruins Alumni Association. That's the Boston Bruins Alumni Championship Team poster. Order yours today.
Bork keeps it in, shoots, saved by Ranford. Beautiful. Right pad save, right leg save. Hodge keeps it in the corner. Forced behind the net, Barahona drops it for Christian. The cuts in front. Block, score, Hodge! Hodge, a power play goal. Rebound of Christian shot to make it 4-2.
Okay, now that should start something. I mean, you needed something positive. A dismal start in the second period for Boston. They weren't going anywhere with it.
Nice individual move by Davy Christian to move Ranford.
What it was a great play behind the net to get it to him. Ranford's right leg just can't close up. His knee's a little off the ice. He overrides the puck.
That's kind of an abbreviated pump with a pirouette.
Right there, he gets a chance when Christian gets out. Should not be allowed to come out like that.
Ken Hodge, 13th goal. He now has 33 points in 47 games. And the Bruins trail 4-2. Doris keeps it in, drops it back. Shot by Galley, missed. Burridge hustles, keeps it in. Now Messier checking the play. Doris trying to center it. Bob Sweeney wheels in the zone. Bruins pick up the pace. Messier checking Bob Sweeney. Comes off the boards. Ken Hodge from Christian and Skriko. Power play goal for the Bruins. Bob Sweeney fights, keeps it in. Doris bangs in the low. Low trying to clear it, does. At center ice. This could be icing. No, Foster out to play it. And Don Sweeney winds up. He almost leveled Doris with that one.
He took Peter's head off.
It is Edmonton 4, Boston 2, second period on NESN.
Ken Hodge not expected to make the club coming out of Maine, given a chance. Here he is in the rookie scoring in the league. Sergei Fedorov with 53 points. Matt Sundin. Everybody's been raving about them. Ken Hodge has also spotted those two gentlemen 10 games. Didn't come up to the 10 or 12th game. With sound hockey getting his points.
In the Boston end, Wesley around for Townsend. Townsend trying to move it out. Kept in by Linsman, broke it up. A breakout here by Townsend. Townsend trying to get away and over the line and drop it. And the play is broken up by the defense. Linsman, it was. Linsman, Watikinen.
A little offside there, Asa.
Well, I like the way Townsend uses his size. Especially on that rush. He almost slipped through.
What you tend to do when you comes at you kind of like a train. What you tend to do is kind of play the puck on him.
Yeah, step to the side. And
step to the
around.
side. And so if Graham ever gets any puck control, right here, little tuck to break out, he's coming out there pretty full head of steam.
See him move the body?
Good protection on the puck. Keeps it away from Klima.
Unfortunately, he couldn't do much with it once the D came up and played him.
Well, what he did is he had to cut across, and he tried to punch it through Linsman's legs. He got a little too high, that's all. That'll come.
Kental drives it in. Going for it, Skriko and Muni. Follow up by Townsend. Townsend broken up behind the net. Graves winds up. 8:12 left. 4-2 Edmonton, second period. Broken up. The follow up by Muni. The save by Foster. A test there. And Boston starts it back. Skriko looking for Townsend. It is broken up. Knocked back in by Muni. Knocked out by Bork. Townsend trying to set up Janney. Intercepted by Muni. Center ice and Ray Bork with it. Skriko to Janney over the line. Along the line with Kental. Trying to screen shot. It's blocked. Goes wide. Huddy trying to clear it. Bork trying to keep it in. Just banged out of the zone by Brown. Bork coming back. Over the line for Janney. Janney off for a shot by Wesley. Save. Rebound. Skated off by Huddy. Net dislodged. And a face-off call. 4-2 Edmonton. Second period on Nesson.
All right, here. Craig Janney crossed the blue line. Craig Galley kind of fans on this. Flutter balls it and bounces it in. Petri Skriko trying to pick up the rebound. Dislodged the net.
Those are good numbers.
Pretty handsome numbers. Takes a little time. He's got to get in shape. He came here and he fared well early. Takes some time to find himself, get game conditioning.
Don Sweeney clears it in. Boston 20 shots, Edmonton 9, but Edmonton leads 4-2 with 7 minutes left here in the second. Hodge trying to keep it in. Cleared. It may be icing, and it is. Interesting. Fedorov leads the rookies in scoring. He's a Russian. Sundin is second. He's a Swede. Yager, a Czech, is third. Fourth is Ken Hodge. So Ken Hodge leads the Canadian Americans.
Yes, he leads the North Americans. The North American contingent. There's Grant Fuhr in the middle up there with the mustache.
Got him coming up at intermission.
Ken Hodge, 33 points. The leader, Fedorov, has kind of cooled off, and so hasn't Detroit. Hodge back along the line. Don Sweeney, shot blocked by Anderson. Neely puts it in front, but Edmonton there. Simpson clears it out. Galley wraps it back in. 6:48 left here. Second period. Neely trying to fire it across, block. Tries it again. Hodge has it. Hodge behind the back foot. Galley, a shot. Wide. Blocked. Just wide with Lazaro right at the crease. Hodge hustles in. Slides it for Galley again. A shot and a save. Rebound. Knocked behind the net and cleared out. And breaking now is Messier. Flying.
Lazaro's going to get a penalty for elbowing.
And a power play for Edmonton. They have a power play goal. Oilers 4, Bruins 2, second period on Nesson.
There's Kenny Hodge with the puck. And behind him, all alone in front of the net. Neely's going to the net.
Great feed.
Nice feed. Lazaro's to the left. Watch. He tries to tip it. Just Gary Galley sends it in the air. If he has set it flat in the ice, that's a goal. Watch Lazaro behind the net's going to catch Huddy here with an elbow. Just kind of attack him. There you go. Biff. Legitimate major league elbow.
6:15 left. Second period, 4-2 the Oilers. Klima, Linsman, and Murphy.
Trying to stretch a muscle in the penalty box, Jeff Lazaro. Rocking there a little bit, see if he's pulled something. Hope he didn't pull a groin.
Murphy and Burridge jousting. For Tikkanen, the shot block trickles through. Kept in. Burridge able to poke it out. Hustling work. Back for it now. Smith. There's Tikkanen and Burridge ready to go at it. That's a good idea for Burridge. Keep him bothered. He bothers a lot of people. Linsman breaks into center ice over the line. Holding back for Klima right in front. Murphy. Blocked by Foster. Dropped at the right moment. A beautiful stop on Murphy.
Murphy had shaken free from Burge at the blue line. Klima found him in a great stop by Foster.
Linsman winding up now. Smith fires in. Foster able to cover up. Oh, Murphy just comes with that stick a little off the ice, ready to, well, Foster's well protected with that mask.
Andy Burge.
Well, the stump was being a pain in the rump.
Well, part of the game. You're gonna. One guy I'd like to see you get hassled is Tikkanen right here.
Yep.
What he tries to do is get a little bit more physical. Didn't hold. He didn't pull him. What he was doing was reaching around him.
He was trying to hold him.
No need to hold him. He wanted to push him out of the way to his right so he could get back left where the puck was.
Wanted to hold his stick.
No.
Give Ace a little taste of his own medicine.
No need to hold his stick. He didn't have the puck. He wanted to steal it.
Messier out there. Hodge gets it. Galley clears it. Hodge, Christian, Bork, and Galley. The Messier line out there with some open ice for them. Here comes Messier. Gliding over the line for Anderson. Clears it in deep. Bourque trying to move it out of the corner. Checked by Messier. They battle. Christian broke it up. Bourque knocks it around the other side. Hodge clears it out.
Second hit of the game. Galley on Anderson. Well, fourth. 3 of them by Neely.
35 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. Anderson. Off with Joseph. He fires in. Down the boards. Kept in by Messier. Tikkanen driven in deep. Bourque a hit on Anderson. Levels him, and that's interference, but they let it go. Why not? The Bruins are in enough trouble here. Boston trying to clear it out. Can't. Back at the point. Kept in by Anderson. Anderson for Joseph. Fired in deep. 3 seconds left. Almost back at full strength. An important kill. And it goes to Tikkanen, and shot deflected by Hodge into the stands. And the Bruins kill off that Edmonton power play. 4:10 left here in the second period.
Hockey East continues on NESN this coming Friday when the Maine Black Bears travel to Rhode Island to take on the Providence College Friars. Face-off is at 7 o'clock in a game that will highlight 2 of Hockey East's top forwards, Maine's Jean-Yves Roy and the Friars' Bob Gaudreau. Join Bob Kurtz and Bob Norton for all the action. Maine versus PC Friday night live at 7 right here on NESN.
Now there's your Bruins fan.
He's waiting for a reason to put up that number 1.
Big sponge finger there. There we go. We'll put it up later.
Need a couple more before he can put that up.
Janney out there against Graves. Puck kept in by Huddy. Stopped by Kentel. Lost again. Shot by Huddy is blocked. Drive here by Bukovam and a save by Foster. Janney away to Skriko, center ice. Picking up Kentel. He's over the line. He fires over the head of Ranford and the net. Buckberger in the corner. Checked by Skriko. Janney gets it. But Neely cutting to the net. Didn't have the puck. And the breakout for Graves. Graves with Brown. Brown overskated it. The follow-up is blocked. Trying to move in on that one.
Great poke check by Wesley there.
Skriko back, puts it in front. Save! Oh, what a miracle stop by Ranford on Neely. Drive here, a save by Ranford. Drive by Sweeney is high and wide. Don Sweeney kept in now for Skriko from Janney. Skriko behind the net. Trying to put it in front, off for Neely. Net dislodged. It is Edmonton 4, Boston 2, second period on NESN.
Petri Skriko with the puck. Neely going to the net, trying to get it across. Cam calms it down. Ranford comes across thinking Neely can't get to it, and he did. Nice right foot save by Ranford. That's what he has become very adept at, is staying with soft pucks.
Quite a run for Bill Ranford.
He had a horrendous start. He got pounded every time out. Club not playing very well. He wasn't playing very well. And it's understandable. You come off an emotional Stanley Cup win and his first big treat. You know, the publicity summer, and he came in thinking all he had to do was throw a sweater in the crease and would stop pucks. Not so. Got his head back together. Playing terrific goal now.
Boston 23 shots, Edmonton 11. Edmonton leads 4-2, 3:06 left, second period. Bob Sweeney out there with Duras and Burridge. Rolls into Ranford, loose. Can't get a handle to it. Burridge couldn't pick up that loose puck. Kept in by Galley. Galley fires. Saved by Ranford. He hangs on.
What about interference? I can't believe Duras and Burridge mauled in front of the net. Galley's kind of got that puck a little bit too high. The league has been discussing interference as a tool to stopping forecheckers going to the getting on defensemen. This is where they can also pick it up too. There's good hustle by Burridge. It comes loose, but Bob Sweeney out to the right, mauled by 2 Oilers.
Face off now. to the left of Ranford. Boston goals by Janney and Hodge. 2 by Simpson, 2 by Klima for Edmonton. 1 a power play by Simpson. Burris hustles in, gets it, goes behind the net, still holds it. Back for Don Sweeney, tip, save, deflected shot by Burridge, but right in the middle. Bruins dig for it in the corner. Burridge comes out with it. Burridge, but Burris can't get the handle to it. Now wraps it up, and it is blocked. Cleared away by Lowe. Plenty of pressure by Boston, but Ranford up to his old tricks. And here comes Anderson over the line, looking for Huddy, blocked. Follow up by Simpson, blocked. A 2-on-1. Burris and Burridge. Coming off the bench, though, is Messier, and he gets in the play. Boy, that's a great... Get a man off the bench when there's a 2-on-1. Must have done it legitimately. Burris trying to move in. I tell you, it's a clear-cut 2-on-1 till Messier, and that's the man to send off the bench. Got in the play on Burridge.
Let's see when he comes on.
Not a bad time. This looks like a cold 2-on-1 here. Messier just gets to Burridge enough to bother him. A rolling puck. And he opted the shot. Snapped it off. Had a perfect chance earlier, but Burridge gets this as a follow-up. Tries to tip. Ranford right there. That's just a percentage goaltender. Drop down, hope it hits me.
Bruins with 26 shots to 11 for Edmonton. The Bruins playing very well in the second period, but the Oilers, sharpshooters early. They lead by 2. Bourque checked by Tikkanen, gets away from him. Over the line, in deep, gives it to Brickley. Brickley lost it. Barahona missed the net. Picked up the loose puck. Great rush by Bourque. Knocked back to the Boston zone. Klima forechecking. Bruins get it out, poked by Brickley over the line. Lindsman gets it to Muni. Muni now to Lindsman. He overskates it. He's broken up. Back for Brickley, left wing side, rolls it in. Manfred knocks it away. Klima plays it around the boards. Christian moving in. 1:12 left. And the pass out to Klima. 2 goals tonight. 7 goals in 4 games for Klima. And Edmonton now offside.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts or descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited. Well, you figure the Bruins are coasting, right? That bigger shot advantage.
16 of them in the second period.
Really, they've really come up a lot in the last 11, 12 minutes. They've been playing extremely well in the last, well, let's say since Hodge's goal. That was really started lifting things in their direction.
1:04 left, second period. Hodge, Neely, and Lazaro on. Galley back. Graves checks him. Puck kept in by Buckberger. In the corner, he went down. Goes to Neely. Neely checked immediately by Brown. Brown trying to make a play. Pokes it in deep. Graves losing to Hodge. Hodge starts it out. Picks up Neely. Neely over the line. Lazaro knocked down. Penalty coming up. Buckberger, I believe.
Yep.
A tripping call on Lazaro. Buckberger goes out. 29 seconds left in the second period.
John Muckle a little upset with that penalty on Buckberger. Not upset with Bill McCurry calling it. Upset with Buckberger for taking it.
It's part of coaching, I really think, is to remind players of the discipline it takes. Buckberger was kind of muscled down the corner a little bit. Tough kid. Had the puck stolen from him, so he was beat by Lazaro. The lazy, cheap thing to do is to get out, reach out, trip or hold a player or hook him, and you get called for it. Coach stands there, screams at you. I mean, they just lose it sometimes. trying to get you to understand when and where it's allowed to take a penalty. These are the ones, the lazy penalties, that are usually hard to kill.
29 seconds left in the period. Bruins have a power play goal. They get it back. Bork holding. Messier. Kaplan. It's into Janney. Janney holding. In now. Squeako a shot. And Ranford the save. And Ranford is the story. And everybody forgets in the playoffs that Edmonton won. Ranford was the story.
Sure he was.
Phenomenal goaltender. Phenomenal. Everybody thought the Bruins, the Bruins, the Bruins. And really, you look back to how many great saves Ranford made. And the Bruins, the flurries, they'd come up with 2, 3, 4 whacks at it in a row. Ranford held the fort. Billy Ranford used to be a Bruin.
He's made 16 saves in this period. Bruins trail. Neely for Bork. 15 seconds left. For Janney. In for Squeako. Janney again. Weaving, holding, 7. Time running out. For Squeako. Looking for Weston. Gets it across the jam, and the period ends. It's a goal. McCrary says it. Wait a minute. He's pointing a goal. The light went on, but he says it was in the net.
Did the red flicker on at all?
The green light never.
The judgment is McCrary's entirely. Forget when the light went on or the red light didn't go on. But he pointed, indicating a goal. Whether he meant it or not, let's see. He's talking now with the linesman. It's not the linesman. It's McCrary right by the net.
He's going to ask his linesman, though, did you see the clock go to zeros? Let's watch it.
All right, there's the two-part. There's the save. There's Wesley. That's probably in behind. That is behind him now. That is in the net, but it is not on the ice. It is over the goal line, but it's over the goal line in the air.
No time for the goal judge to ever try to put the red light on there.
They gave it to him, which is, now you got Kevin Lowe is upset. Bork is, that's 4-3. They're going to call it a goal for Boston.
If I was McCrary, I would never have consulted the linesman, never hesitated. Come over here. He never hesitated, if we can pick it up, in pointing that it was a goal. He never hesitated on it. So his immediate call is the one that should stand. And he is the sole judge. He's in the sole position to see whether that puck is over the net or not.
But what we've said before, there is not a designated signal. And if a referee sees it, the point should be it. The same as a field goal, hands in the air, okay, that's good. But there isn't a signal for a referee.
It is 4-3. Boston trails by 1. Intermission highlights in a moment.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Right Guard Sports Stick from Gillette. Anything less would be uncivilized. And by the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race.
Bruins are back within a goal, 4-3 at the end of 1. Some good news for the Oilers yesterday when League President John Ziegler reinstated goaltender Grant Fuhr. That's effective on the 18th of this month. Fuhr was suspended for a year when he admitted to using an illegal substance that's believed to be cocaine over a 6-year period of time. Oilers general manager Glenn Sather yesterday saying that when Fuhr is back on the 18th, he will be the starting goalie that night against New Jersey. And Fuhr is Dave Shea's guest down at Boston Garden. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Grant Fuhr will be a member of this hockey club again. In fact, I think John Muckler is planning on having him in the nets on the 18th of this month. But before then, I guess you've got to feel the puck in anger, don't you?
A little bit. I guess we're going to go down to Cape Breton for a week. They've got 5 games in 6 nights, so I can get right back into it.
I heard Cape Breton is lovely this time of year.
Actually, we're only going to be there one game. The rest of the time we're in Springfield for 2 and then New Haven for 2. So it'll just be nice to get into a game again and have some fun playing.
What did the suspension and all the attention from the media that went with it, what did that do to your life?
It was tough the first little while, but as time's gone on now, I've got lots of support from the fans in Edmonton. I've got lots of friends in Edmonton who have been with me. My wife's been with me through all this, so it's been pretty good. I mean, I've learned that Edmonton's not that bad a city. I mean, the fans are great there, and they really showed it during this.
Did it take something like this, Grant, for them to finally show their appreciation of what you've done through the years?
It took something for me to realize it, I think. I mean, they've always been there. It's just I never really realized how much they were there. Now, through all this, they've stayed through there, and it's just made it that much easier.
I thought at the time the penalty was a bit harsh considering it was an admission of something that had happened in the past. How did you feel about that?
We were a little disappointed that it came up from the past, but I mean, the policy's been there, so there's nothing you can really say about the suspension. I'm just happy it's over with now.
How do you feel this will affect your playing this season? You'll certainly have plenty of time to get ready for next year, but what about what remains this season?
It's going to take a little while to get it going, but I think the 4 games in 5 nights is going to help, and then hopefully I can get it going in Jersey. So we're thinking maybe I can get back to the level I was at, or maybe one level higher.
So many things have changed since Grant Fuhr was the Iron Man of the National Hockey League. It seemed like you played every game and maybe played semi-pro on the side when you weren't scheduled to go for the Oilers. Bill Ranford now has certainly taken his place among the best in the league. There's a 3-goaltender situation about to take place with this club. How is this all going to mix?
I think it should mix all right. Billy's a great goaltender, and he's proved it the last couple of years. So, I mean, when we had Andy was a great goaltender too, so you can always get along. Kerry's been done well since he's been here. But, I mean, come playoff time, whoever's going the best is going to play. So you just hope you play well all the way through and then see what happens playoff time.
You always struck me, Grant, as a type that needed a lot of work in order to be on the very top of your game.
I enjoy the work. I mean, the more I play, the happier I am and the better I feel. So you hope you play a lot, but if you don't, there's nothing you can do about it.
Now, obviously, while you've been sitting patiently and waiting for the suspension to be lifted, you've also been hearing the rumors of, well, as soon as Grant comes back, it won't be as an Oiler. At this point in your career, would it upset you if you were dealt away?
I'd be a little bit disappointing, but I mean, I've got 10 good years in Edmonton now. It's my home. I was born and raised there. So they always say that somewhere in your career, you move along to another team. So if it's time and Glenn figures he can help the hockey team, then it's going to happen. There's nothing I can do about it, so you go wherever you go and do the best you can.
I understand there's an Oilers South down in L.A. that you probably have just as many old teammates there as you do here.
We got quite a few guys down there now, but it doesn't really matter where you go. You got to play as well as you can for whoever you get traded to and help that team. So if it happens, then I'll make the best of it.
Before the suspension, I remember there was a moment where you had retired and then came back. Just how much longer do you want to play this game?
If I have my way, I'll probably play another 7 or 8 years. If my wife has her way, I'll be out of it in about 5. But, I mean, I'll play till they drag me away kicking and screaming. If I can play till 40, I'll play till 40.
Well, let's hope that you have many years to get you to 40, Grant, and good luck.
Thank you.
Grant Fuhr, our guest. Tommy, back to you.
David, thank you. 4-3 Oilers, end of 2. Back in a check on the highlights. Next on Nesson. I can't remember when Garden crowd has been as quiet as this one was for a good part of the evening. Well, actually, it was last night, wasn't it? BU and Harvard after the Terriers had run up a 5-1 lead after the first period. But uncommonly mute for a Garden crowd for a good part of the night. The fact that the Bruins fell behind in the first period probably had something to do with it. But the Bruins were first on the board when the Oilers kind of lost track of Craig Janney.
Janney behind the net, trying to make the play, forced to the corner. Looks for the open man, they back off him, he moves in for a shot, and a score! Craig Janney from Townsend to make it 1-0 Boston.
It was kind of a mirage and fleeting because the Oilers scored 3 times by the end of the period. Craig Simpson got the first of the 3 to tie it. Peter Klima, who should have someone wearing black and gold always within his immediate vicinity, didn't. The result was what you'd expect. Lift one past Foster to give the Oilers their first lead of the night. One more before the end of the period, and it's Simpson again.
Boy, they are just cruising. In deep, Anderson behind the net, puts it in front, the backhander, and the score by Simpson.
3-1. The Oilers come to the end of the first period. Second period, things didn't start so well.
Over the line, Lazaro trying to move in, lost his stick. Tikkanen sends Klima almost in alone, fires and scores.
Klima with 2, Simpson with 2, Edmonton with a 3-goal lead. Finally, we hear a little noise down there.
Blake save. Hodge keeps it in the corner. Forced behind the net. Barahona drops it for Christian. It cuts in front. Block, score, Hodge!
Yeah, that got the crowd into it some. And how about these numbers? Shots on goal. Bruins with the shots, O's with the goals. And then look how the period ended. Bruins power play, 2 seconds to go in the period. The Bruins get it in on Ranford. The light never does go on, and it's pretty obviously behind the line with a second still on the clock. The goal does count, and the Bruins are within 1. The goal at 19:59.9999. First period summary. Janney for the Bruins, 1-0, and then it was all Edmonton. Simpson, Klima, and Simpson again, 3-1 Edmonton by the end of the first period. In the second period, it's Klima again to make it 4-1 before the Bruins start what appears to be some kind of a comeback on goals by Hodge and Wesley, and it is 4-3 at the end of 2 periods of play. We have another update on the Kings and Flyers and the rest of the scores when Bruins hockey continues on NESN. Oilers had led 4-1 at one point. Now it's 4-3 at the end of 2 periods. Spectrum in Philadelphia. Good hockey game going on down there between the LA Kings and the Philadelphia Flyers. Pick that up with the score 1-1 in the second period. And after Rob Blake threw his stick at Normand Lacombe, Lacombe gets himself a penalty shot. This comes at 8:42 of the second period. Makes it good. 2-1 Philadelphia leading the LA Kings. Dave Taylor had scored his 999th career point back in the first period and gets his 1,000th. He goes down, still sets up Steve Duchesne for his 15th goal of the season, ties the game at 2-2, the Kings and the Flyers. Vancouver leads Washington 2-1. They are in the second period of play, and the only other game, New Jersey 2-0 over the Calgary Flames. They go to the third period of play. The Bruins, who once trailed 4-1, are now back to within a goal. It is 4-3 at the end of 2 periods of play. Let's go back to Boston Garden now for third period action as the Bruins try to complete the comeback. To Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
Edmonton in front, 4-3. That goal, Wesley the scorer, the assist to Neely and to Skriko. At the bell, as they say.
At the buzzer.
Listed as 1959, but if the NHL were like the NBA, carry those tenths, hundredths, and thousandths out. Kevin Lowe did not at all agree with.
We get to see it again. There it is down low. Punches up. Right here's just a movement. Down to Skriko. Trying to get it across to Wesley, who's sneaking in. There's the shot by Neely. Nice shot. Wesley hits the arm in the air.
Bill McCreary is pointing.
I saw it. It didn't go on the ice.
That
was in before the buzzer. Right there, big goal by Glenn Wesley.
Yeah, I'm glad Bill McCreary had to make the call.
Not me.
I wouldn't want any part of that. Well, the Bruins have not been a prolific come-from-behind team this
No
year.
team in the league is. You don't
Nope.
see these stats that are really, it's amazing how after 2 periods, how many teams hold on.
Well, let's see what the Bruins could do with the final 20 minutes.
Bruins outshot the Oilers.
There's the
19-6.
Oilers, 18-1-2 when leading after 2, so quite the reversal.
Back for Hodge underway in the third period. The Bruins trail by 1 with the Wesley goal. First it was Hodge from Christian and Skriko on a power play, and then Wesley from Skriko and Neely. Bruins clear it out. First minute of play of the third period. Hodge winding up and Duras forechecking. Burridge forechecking on Vukovic. Hodge now, greeted by Duras. Now it's out to Simpson. Simpson checked by Bork, and the Bruins break it up. That's great forechecking that they need, and is a feature of their play. When they're on that, there's Burridge in deep on Vukovic again. Now it's out to Simpson. Got away on the right wing side to Linsman over the line for Anderson. Anderson's shot is wide. Don Sweeney, Linsman go to the corner, and Janney works it free. Edmonton Oilers spilled, and Janney breaks it out with Duras. Broken up. The puck is cleared. Galley fires it in. Muni and Squeako go to the corner. Klima there. Squeako trying to play it back. Janney does. Don Sweeney, a shot kicked out by Ranford. Dropped at the right moment. Tikkanen. Smith. They work it out, and a lead for Linsman over the line. Fires, save, rebound in front. Klima scores! Klima put it in while down on the ice to make it 5-3.
Well, there was a delayed call coming.
Yeah, there was holding on Klima. Normally Foster responds to it a little late. Klima just gets something on this after he gets dumped. Linsman's shot. Here's where the kind of a mistake is made, coughing up this rebound. Klima's got it. He just stayed with it, and Foster relaxed a little bit. Never dreamed that Klima was going to get a stick on it. Tough break for Normie.
Hey, when this guy is on, Turk, he can score with his eyes closed.
I thought Edmonton got a great deal. They got a pure goal scorer in Klima. He's got 25 now, and he'll get 40 before the year's over. No doubt in my mind. 40 is easily in his range.
He has 8 goals in his last 4 games. Here's Neely moving in. Hodge scored! Hodge from Neely has put the Bruins right back in it, trailing 5-4.
Wow, that's a big goal. That's a huge goal.
Huge isn't the word.
All right, so no
right
damage
back
done.
on a broken play. Everything. Edmonton's got complete control of the puck. A real silly pass by Chris Joseph. Finds Hodge. Boom. Great hustle by Cam Neely.
Yeah. 9 seconds. In essence, we still have the third period to play. We're right back where we were at intermission.
Yeah. 18-minute hockey game here.
14th goal of the season for Ken Hodge, his second of the night. Hodge from Neely at 141. Walk over the line, a hard shot. The play called offside. Edmonton 5, Boston 4. Back in a moment on Nesson. Ken Hodge wrapped it home on the setup from Cam Neely, and the Bruins trail by 1. A lot of excitement in this one. The shots are an astounding 31 for Boston, 13 for the Oilers. And if you could fault anybody on that last goal, you got to fault Foster. Should have been ready for the rebound. But most of the others, he was pretty well at bay. Murphy trying to come back for McTavish. This line has played very little. And Buckler going for some depth in the third period. The Bruins getting 4 goals. Bourque starts it out with Hodge. He's broken up. And McTavish gets it back. On Wesley. Checked by Wesley. Hard. Boy, they go banging in the corner. Murphy trying to put it in front cap, and the breakout here. Hodge trying to get it back, checking by McTavish. Foiled that. Might have been a 2-on-1 for Boston. And a face-off call in the Edmonton zone.
Hey, if you're a Bruins or a Celtic fan, past or present, you'll want to tune in at 7 every Tuesday night for Big Shots on Causeway. A half-hour of conversation with those who have made Boston Garden a house of champions over the years. Sure to join me next Tuesday, February 12th. My guests will be Hall of Famers Bobby Orr and John Havlicek. That's Big Shots on Causeway, Tuesday, February 12th at 7, only on Nesson.
Right here, Glenn Wesley on McTavish. Now, Craig McTavish has really turned into a tremendous hockey player. Very good with the puck. He's got some good moves. Wesley kind of cheating a little bit with the hold. The hand off the stick, but he got away with it.
A lead now from Messier. Catches up with the puck, broken up by Don Sweeney. But the puck is kept in by Simpson. Now Anderson trying to get it. A hand pass by Galley around the corner. There's Anderson right on it. Now Messier wheels in the zone, puts it off for Smith. Smith is well up. Back in the Boston end again. Simpson flying around. This is a potent line. Barahona broken up. Puck for Smith. Now, where'd that go?
Sweeney got it off the face.
Oh, that one deflected wide, and Smith had it wide open moving in. Boston trying to come back. Barahona does. Barahona over the line for Christian. Moving in, the shot. Saved by Ranford, and it stunned him, and he's down. A high shot by Dave Christian, and Ranford down. Maybe out.
Oh, wow. That caught him flush on the cage. Flush on the cage.
Well, they're going to ask him what town he's in.
Boy, this is the stuff that makes your veins freeze.
Well, you get the... That's why the cages are such a... And the helmets are so great for goalkeepers. I can't understand. In my era, they never wore face masks in the early part of it. Right here, a wicked shot. The curved sticks really went off the foot. Hit him in the head. Went off his head to his arm. Dropped down. Still had the presence of mind to respond.
He's talking.
Close his body, his arm to the body. He's all right.
Edmonton 5, Boston 4. On Nesson back in a moment.
Watch Christian's shot go off the foot. Bingo. Can't score many goals up there. Bill Ranford certainly not expecting it. I think I just calm down here, make sure everything's working.
Bill Ranford's been pretty consistent, Derek, all season long, even when the club was struggling.
You know, I made that remark that he struggled with the club, and then I remembered back, he didn't at all. He had to, Edmonton had the least goals in the league for a long time. They just weren't scoring any.
Messier knocks it out to the Boston end. 16:25 left here in the third period. Long way to go, and it is 5-4 Edmonton. 3 by Klima, 2 by Simpson, 2 by Hodge for Boston. Christian breaks it out. Off for Janney. Off for Bork. Bork a shot. Saved by Ranford. Net dislodged. Is it ever?
Dave Brown took the net, trying to stay with Petri Skriko. Dave Brown, tough boy. He just married this net. There's Christian on a slide over to Janney, who cuts through the grain to Bork. Watch Brown come to the net. Nice save by Ranford.
Dave, go to the net, but stop.
Biff. Oh, my God.
Oh, we got to work with Dave on that.
Yeah.
He's supposed to pull up at the crease.
No.
He is tough.
Check the net.
That's the best hit of the night.
Remember the old days when I saw something like that. He nearly got it around the neck on the loop-to-loop.
Yeah.
The chicken wire screens behind the net. A defenseman stepped in front of the net.
Bork a shot. Save Ranford. Drops it the right moment. On the low drive. Janney keeps it in for Bork, and he missed the pass at the line. Bork back for it. Simpson in pursuit. It's up for Janney with Christian. Janney lost control at the line. And Bork back to cover. Messier after him. 5-4 Edmonton. Fine comeback for the Boston Bruins. With 34 shots in the game so far, 13 for the Oilers. Wesley. Pass up. Blocked by Huddy. Around the boards. Interception by Janney. Looking for Neely. Doesn't connect. And out comes Anderson. Over the line. Trying to drift in. He's broken up. And taken down on the play. In the collision, a lead for Neely. Skriko. The collision was Galley.
Had to be offside. Anyway, back to the story.
Yeah, all right.
So there was a player going around the end boards, and the defenseman was tired at the end of the shift, and he stuck his stick in the screen and left it there, chest high, like neck high.
Clothesline.
Yeah, and it caught the kid in the neck, and he just did a complete loop-to-loop around. And then the shafts of the stick never broke. And really went gone. 5 minutes for high sticking, but I mean, it was a classic move, much like Brown taking that net. If that had no mesh, he would have went right around that crossbar. Anyway, just reminded me of that.
Yeah, I guess you had to be there, huh?
Yeah. It's one of those you had to be there.
Fred, please.
Face off outside the line, inside the Bruins line. Linsman against Hodge. Bukabaum clears in. Galley winding up. Neely knocked down.
Hey.
Breakup. Hodge coming over the line and broken up by the back checking of Klima. Can't clear it. Kept in by Don Sweeney. Screen shot wide of Ranford, who dove, but it was wide of the net. Tikkanen back for Linsman. Off in front, blocked by Galley. Wide open here. A lead for Lazaro, too far. Smith knocks it away. Hodge clearing in. Bukabaum starting back. Now for Tikkanen. Bukabaum. And Smith fires it out of the zone. Back for Peterson. Away to Bork. Putting in his usual long stretch. Bob Sweeney breaks, tries to go up the middle, is taken down on the play by Smith. Huddy with it. Net dislodged. Face-off called. It is Edmonton 5, Boston 4, third period on Nesson.
Sweeney on the blue line is going to try to split, but he wants to cut back. There's the left leg. Kind of a trip. If Sweeney get away with it all day long.
That's a veteran play.
Yeah, good move. Yeah, you go back like that and it's leave the leg there. The player beats you, he falls over it.
6 minutes played, third period. It is 5-4. Doris carrying in. Huddy back. For Buchberger. Can't move it out. But Lowe has it. And taking his time. Graves and Buchberger work it out. Quick clear out. Peterson to Bork now. Bork flips it in. Duras, Burridge, and Bob Sweeney the line. They go to the corner. Bob Sweeney for Duras. Scores! Backhanded shot by Duras. When Bob Sweeney ties it at 5.
That's twice tonight the backhander has fooled Bill Ranford. But Bill Ranford isn't alone. Backhander fools them all.
Backhanders are just, and why young hockey players don't practice it more. You know, when I was young, I hated when my dad said, go out and practice your backhand. Yeah, no, because I couldn't shoot it very hard. It wasn't very accurate. And right here, it pays off for Peter Duras. Gets it up and away quickly.
Well, Ranford didn't exactly play that the way he's played 30 other shots.
No, he may not be the same the rest of the night after taking that Christian shot.
Great play by Bob Sweeney to get it to Peter. You see, Peter's waited a long time to get that goal.
This looked like a cakewalk for Edmonton in the first period. And it's tied at 5 as the Bruins battle back. Murphy and Wesley go into the Boston corner. McTavish trying to put it in front for Klima, who has 3 goals. Fed back in. In the corner, Murphy. Check. In the corner, Klima and Burridge. Wesley, they're all there. And it bounces out for Duras, who's tied up the game. He clears it in. 12:48 left, long way to go. The Bruins 35 shots, the Oilers 13, and we're tied at 5. A most unusual game. Christian coming back. Over the line, moving in, the shot, the save, Ranford. Muni in the corner, Brickley going in. McTavish trying to get free, turns around, throws a punch at Brickley.
And he's not going to call it.
Brickley, Christian in the corner. Christian trying to make the play off the corner. A hand pass is called. And the face-off outside the line. It is Boston 5, Edmonton 5, third period on Nesson.
University of Lowell versus University of New Hampshire in this battle.
Well, nice checking by Andy Brickley. Stays with him. McTavish irritated. somebody was working that hard on him. Now he grabs him by the sweater, pulls him down, nearly strips off his jersey. Well, that's got to send a message to the guys that it's going to be tough to get a penalty from now on.
At one point, early in the second period, Edmonton led 4-1. Neely breaks it up. Trying to set up the play in front. Wesley can't get the man open. It was Hodge. Might have been a hat trick there. And the lead. Messier gets it back to Anderson over the line. The shot, the save by Foster, the rebound. Cleared away. Neely pokes it out. Neely's jamming into Huddy. And a penalty coming up on Neely. Bruins trying to get possession. Finally do. The faceoff will be called now. A high stick and a power play for Edmonton. Boston 5, Edmonton 5. Third period on Nesson at the Garden.
Huddy is coming into Neely here, pretty strong. Neely's down low. It's in the way.
Oh, there it is. Whack on the helmet.
A little whack. More of a shove him away, but whacked him on top of the head for 2.
He got 5 games for that earlier.
Yeah. So much for the message down in the corner that I'm not calling anything.
He just meant he wasn't calling anything then.
Then, at that time. I'm not calling holding. I'm not calling roughing. I'm calling eye sticking.
Edmonton has a power play goal by Simpson. The Bruins have 2. And Ray Bourque putting in his usual amount of hours in the game. Able to clear it away as he turned the net. Bob Sweeney going down on Tikkanen and wrestles him into the corner. But Huddy back to get it. And away comes Anderson, flying with Messier. Anderson again, going deep, trying to put it in front. Blocked behind the net. What for? Free-wheeling skaters in this line. It's back to Huddy. Over to Tikkanen. To Anderson. Now to Messier. Wesley checking him. Messier holding it. Still holding. Bob Sweeney after him. Holding. Messier cuts back. Now to Tikkanen. A kick pass to Tikkanen. That was fancy. Here's Bob Sweeney breaking it up. Can't clear it. Huddy kept it in. At the line. Off for Tikkanen. Back in. Turnaround by Anderson. Blocked. Loose. Wesley clears. Marvelous defensive work by Lazaro. Hodge, or rather Bob Sweeney, Bourque, and Wesley. Change up by Mike Milbury. In the center ice, Christian able to get the puck and clear it. 5-5 the score. Come back by the Bruins. They were trailing 4-1. We're halfway through the third period. And Boston shorthanded. 28 seconds left. Tikkanen, fourth forward on the power play. Drives it in. Blocked by Foster. Bounced in front, and Bourque is able to clear it. 15 seconds left. They haven't had a shot on this power play. A potent offense, too. Linsman starts it out. In the center ice. At the line. Able to keep it over the line. Checked on the boards. Puck on the board still. And a hand pass call.
Normie Foster called it. Second he saw it happen, one dead whistle.
The power play is up for Edmonton. They failed to get a shot as the Bruins fighting back. 5-5, third period.
Hey, Bruins fans, you can add to your official team wardrobe with the Boston Bruins Classic Collection sweatshirt. This 12-ounce reverse weave heavyweight sweatshirt is available in any player's number for just $42. Call 1-800-5-BRUINS to place your order and also receive a brochure featuring other exclusive Classic Collection merchandise. That's the Boston Bruins Classic Collection. Call 1-800-5-BRUINS today.
Huddy with the puck at the point. Now they're handling this puck pretty well here. The Bruins taking it really in their feet and they're sticking on it, but they just stayed with that play. Edmonton, like I said, overpasses on occasion. Instead of taking the shot and going for rebounds, tend to set up that pretty goal. Only got 14 shots.
The tying goal by Peter Duris, 4th of the year from Bob Sweeney at 6:38. Earlier, Hodge from Neely. Bruins had trailed 5-3, but earlier in the game, second period, Edmonton in front 4-1. Skriko clears it in. Around the boards, Janney going for it. Klima. Bruins battle to keep it in. Low, just able to squeak it out. They broken up by Galley on Klima. Back comes Skriko. Over the line, the shot, the save by Ranford. Nice wrist shot. Neely for Janney. Wow, a shot here by Don Sweeney. Missed the net. And Janney couldn't get the pass, but Don Sweeney did from Neely. Janney, Neely, moving in deep. Puck out to center ice. Don Sweeney knocks it away. The line is Janney, Neely, and Skriko. 8:46 left. Third period. McTavish clearing in. Back for it, Don Sweeney. Murphy after him. Gets it around for Neely, who lost it. Buckberger keeps it in. McTavish fighting for it. Behind the net, Murphy gets it free. Murphy holding in the corner for McTavish. McTavish cutting. Galley after him. McTavish looking for an open man. Fires wide. Smith keeps it in. Intercepted. Galley lost it. Had it. Lost it. McTavish rolls it around the other side.
Don Sweeney doesn't have gloves or a stick.
Barahona able to clear it out. Right back. Buckberger. Checked by Skriko. Good back checking there. On the boards. Kept in by Huddy. Galley. Moves it up. Neely trying to move it out. Can't. Kept in now. Bounces for Skriko. Away to Barahona. Barahona put himself offside at the line. Didn't have control. 7:41 left here in the third period. 5-5. Tom Larson, NHL update.
Thank you, Fred. This Polaroid instant update from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Last time we talked, the score was tied at 2-2. Luc Robitaille hits the big 3-0 for the season right there. L.A. leads 3-2 now in the third period. That goal at 7:53.
And here's our score, and there's the time. Bruins coming back down 5-3, getting goals by Hodge and Duris. Hodge has 2 goals tonight for the Bruins. The shot clock.
Kenny Hodge playing very well, getting the goals now. I mentioned earlier, 4th in the league in rookie scoring. That should move him up that ladder.
Now Mike Milbury trying to strategically use a timeout at this juncture.
Coach of the year, hands down. Listen to Peter McNabb the other night on national television. He was making a case for Tom Webster of Los Angeles because the Kings have cut down on their goals against. An incredible comment, I thought.
Mike Milbury is certainly coming to the motivator.
This big week of Bruins hockey on NESN continues Thursday night at 7:30 when the Calgary Flames come to the Garden. The Flames boasting one of the best balanced teams in the NHL, and they'll be looking to avenge their loss here back on January 26th. As always, Tom Larson has Bruins Digest at 7. Then at 7:30, it's the Bees and the Flames. That's Thursday night right here on NESN.
Well, let's count the players that Mike Milbury is using. He's down to a precious few here. He's narrowed this squad now, Derek.
Yes, he's...
Bork is going to play just about the entire period.
Yeah, Raymond's going to get the odd breather. Wesley will get the odd breather. And that'll be it.
Bob Sweeney on the line with Duris and Burridge. This is the line that tied it up on the backhand shot by Duris. Hukabon, Burridge, heavy collision in the corner. And
fight for the area. Fight for the area is all you want.
Burridge,
outside the blue line, face off. Now you've got it in their end zone. Take a whistle in there.
Boston's battle back from a 3-goal deficit to tie it at 5. 7:30 left. Mike Milbury, Coach of the Year, hands down. Should have been last year.
Should have been last year. No question about last year. So, meanwhile, the kiss of death is usually comes with the Coach of the Year. We had Murdoch now in Winnipeg. He's 30 points off the pace. Jacques Demers won it. He got fired. Maybe we don't want Milbury to win Coach of the Year.
McTavish against Bob Sweeney. To the right of Ranford. Rolls wide of the net. Murphy is hit. And the puck rolls to Bukovan. Out for Anderson. Looking for McTavish. Bourque fires it around. Bukabaum able to keep it in. Drills it around the other side, and Ray Bourque with it. Goes center ice. Up for Bob Sweeney. It rolls in wide. Ranford makes the clear himself. Back for it, Bourque. Chased all the way by Simpson. Doris starts it out. Long one for Burridge. Burridge stays on side, clears it in. Mike Milbury changes. Out comes Lazaro. Hodge. And a face-off called, and Christian is at right wing. Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, Fred, let's take a look at what else is going on tonight. 3-2 now. The Kings leading. Dave Taylor with a couple of assists in that game. He now has 1,000 career points as the Kings lead the Flyers in the third. Washington has regained the lead over Vancouver at 4-3. Dino Ciccarelli has scored his 400th career goal in that game. And 2-1, New Jersey leading Calgary in the third period. Claude Lemieux has scored his 25th of the season. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser.
And Mike Milbury behind the bench. This one 5-5. The Bruins were down 4-1 early in the second period. Klima 3 goals. Simpson 2 goals. Won a power play for Boston. Janney, then Hodge, Wesley, Hodge again, and Duras. Hodge is out with Lazaro and Christian in a line change. Neely has moved with Squeako and Janney. 6:43 left. And we're seeing a lot more of Craig McTavish than we did over the first 2 periods. Cut back at the line. Knocked out. Linsman for Tikkanen. Tikkanen trying to break in. Taken down. Oh, they let that go. Galley just grabbed him and threw him down. And no call. A break for Boston there. Linsman checked by Don Sweeney. Galley checking Tikkanen again. Tikkanen whirling. Losing to Hodge. Hodge to Lazaro. Lazaro to Christian. Christian now for Lazaro. Straight up the middle. The shot wide. The rebound in front. And Lazaro was flattened on the play. They let that one go. So
They're going to let it all go. That's what I was so amazed.
Tikkanen back. Tit for tap. Shot saved. But Foster's giving up rebounds. And this rebound now kept in. Shot by Huddy. A save by Foster. Bruins trying to move it up and out. Hodge check. Christian. And Galley gets it out. Lazaro pokes it up to the Edmonton line. 5:45 left in the third period. It is 5-5. Tikkanen for McTavish. Tavish over the line. Stick handling. Maneuvering. He moves in. And is broken up on the play by Wesley. Just as he was set to drill it. Out comes Lazaro over the line. And he flattened the defenseman who tried to stop him. Bukabaum gave away a lot and just barreled Bukabaum down. Back comes McTavish. Off for Murphy. Murphy for the trailer. Low walks in for a shot and a save. Foster. No rebound.
What a big stop by Normie, who's been under siege for most of the night. Had a couple of tough chances. Find their way in, but boy, no bigger save tonight than the one he just comes up with here. He had a crowd in front of him.
Well, I tell you what, Edmonton successfully checked off 2 Bruins who just kept going with the flow of the play on the way to the net. Nobody stops to pick up the late man, which was the defenseman coming down, Evan Lowe.
Now, earlier in the game, Lowe had faked that shot, Derek, twice and set up guys for easy goals. That time he pulled the trigger.
2-on-1, they're down low. Glenn Wesley stays with McTavish. Poke checks it away. Waited for the right moment. Right here, Lazaro already brushed off one guy. And Jeff Waite's going to get hit the second time.
Shades of Norman Levier there. In the corner, it is Peterson. He's on defense with Bourque. Bourque gets it around for Brickley. Brickley out with Barahona. Puck fired in. Barahona slides right in. Gets it behind the net for Brickley. Brickley. Shot wide. Neely is on it right wing. Playing with several lines. Check the play in front of the net on Anderson, but couldn't put it on net. Sweep check by Neely. Left point, Peterson. Broken up. Breaking out is Anderson. Anderson has a man open, Simpson. But the pass is missed by everybody and collected now by Barahona. Back to Brickley over the line. A threat here. Brickley holding. They back off him. He gives it to the trailer. Galley shot it a mile high. Walked right in. Bruins fight to keep it in. Barahona trying to center it. Can't do it. A long lead pass could be icing. Foster has to play it with Klima there. And he gets it off by Galley. 4 minutes left. Third period. 5-5. Bruins battling back from a 4-1 deficit. What hitting. What action in the corner. Burridge. Bob Sweeney battling to keep it in. Klima, who has 3 goals tonight, gets it out for Tikkanen. Tikkanen streaks over the line. Trying to bury in the shot, the save. And the rebound cleared by Bob Sweeney. And the net dislodged and Foster down. Belted into the net in a heavy collision. 5-5 the score.
This game is being brought to you in part by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. And by your New England GMC truck dealers. It's not just a truck anymore. It's quality on the road. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in #1 Century 21. And by Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. Isn't your car worth the extra protection?
Garrett Galley caught a little bit by the speed of Tikkanen. Reaches out and holds him. There's the rebound. Bobby Sweeney got to it first. Peter Klima just a little late. Sweeney on him all the way from center ice. A bad little set of numbers there. 6 and 12 in his last 13.
Well, this is on a bit of a roll.
Boston 8 shots. And Edmonton 7 shots here in the third period. 5-5 the score. The Bruins battle back from a 4-1 deficit, then a 5-3 deficit, and they have tied it. 2 goals by Ken Hodge, Janney, Wesley, Duras. The others, 3 by Klima, 2 by Simpson. And nobody is leaving on this one. It looked like a cakewalk for Edmonton with that 4-1 lead early. They were just cruising.
Mike Milbury just wouldn't allow that to happen. Didn't come out in the second period, played much better.
Bruins control. Burridge breaks it out with Duras. Burridge over the line. Shot is blocked by Lowe. Deflected into the stands. The faceoff in the Edmonton zone. 3:35 left in period number 3. Edmonton has been on a roll.
Andy Burridge, a little too much time with that wrist shot. Kevin Lowe. He has too much experience. Read it properly.
He is one of the quietest all-stars going. One of the most underrated defensemen.
Very steady.
All the years that
Just
they
gets
were
the
winning
job
the cups.
done.
Sure. Nobody notices because of the flashy offense. But
Yeah,
he's
it's
a
not
steady Eddie back there.
Not pretty, but certainly effective.
Bob Sweeney, Duras, and Burridge. The line that tied it up on Burris's goal. Set up Duris's goal. Who is Burris? Bork ties up Tikkanen so he can't get this one, and Don Sweeney wraps it back in from center ice, but into the stands, and a face-off call. Well, a lot of clutching, grabbing, holding going here. Why not let them play it out? Full strength.
Tikkanen and Duras been doing the slip and slash here. Kind of chipping away at each other. Duras, Milbury's going to change him up.
Cam Neely comes out.
Certainly not for anything physical. Don't want Neely lost at this juncture.
Hodge, Lazaro, and Neely. 3:26 left. Third period, 5-5.
That would have been the time to fight Tikkanen.
Back to Bork. Clears it in. Here's Tikkanen and Neely going at it. Now they're separated. Fans watch that one. Low. Bukabaum. Klima. Stolen by Hodge, and he can't convert it. Bork. Hodge now to Neely. Neely can't clear it in. Now works it in. Low checks him. And Klima fires out offside by a mile to Lindsman. Face off inside the Edmonton line.
Well, the crowd started oohing and ahhing when Mike Milbury sent Cam Neely out to replace Peter
you
George.
don't want anything physical, but they're gonna certainly joust at each other. There's Tikkanen starts to just get Neely's way, then he misses him with one. Play hockey is the order of the day. Cam Neely, 6 game-winning goals.
Wesley and Bork are out there with that big line for Edmonton. That's Messier, Anderson, Simpson. Bruins forecheck. Now Messier with it in the center ice. And Simpson and Anderson over the line. Anderson trying to move in. Is checked by Bork and taken down. Up the boards. Neely can't come out with it. Interception by Wesley, a big one. Messier was open. Back comes Bork. Over the line on Smith. Lost it in front. And the puck is cleared away. And a breakout. 2-on-1. Wesley back alone. 3-on-1. Messier with it. He gives it for Simpson. In front. Save. Loose puck. Save. 2 in a row. Foster. Marvelous on Messier. None better. And listen to the fans. Bruins coming back. Neely drops it for Galley. The shot missed. Twice Galley's had it from 25 feet and went high. That a little tougher than the earlier one. Couple of great stops by Norman Foster. Back comes Messier. Over the line. He's broken up. Janney starts back. Bob Sweeney. A shot, a save by Ranford on the high drive. Bruins fight in deep to keep it in. It is knocked out to McTavish. McTavish breaks. Foster never better in the game than on Messier and Anderson. In tight. Don Sweeney slows it down. 1:34 left. This will be into the Edmonton end. Not icing, they say. Bruins fight for it. Galley missed it inside the line. And Murphy scales it in. A bouncer for Foster. Shots at 37 Boston, 21 Edmonton, 5-5. A thriller. Janney, a lead for Squeako, 2-5. Hit by Muni. Squeako in the corner, fights for it. And the Oilers come up with a minute left in regulation. Graves comes back, clears it in. Bork clears it around. Wesley's played a marvelous game, scored a key goal. Foster blocks this one on the drive by Klima from the right side. Behind the net, Linsman with it. Slides it back. Shot by Smith. Missed.
And a great play by Wesley there to lift his feet to get it out of the way.
Back, Linsman coming over the line for Klima. Can't move in. The puck does. And Hodge back to get it. Fails to clear it out. A shot and a save on Linsman. Hodge gets the rebound. And the Bruins clear it out. 20 seconds left. Regulation. Bork has time now. Tikkanen didn't clear the zone, and they fail to see it. Boy, he pulled a cutie there. 10 seconds left now. Over the line. The drop pass off. Anderson moving in. Broken up for a diving play by Wesley. Wesley again with a great reaction as time runs out. Third period. Hodge upset now at center ice. Jamming a bit. Lost his helmet. And we will go to sudden death overtime. Boston 5, Edmonton 5. We'll have the overtime in a minute.
Some tremendous defense at the end. Norm Foster come up with a couple of big saves. Ben Wesley, couple of big saves. Right here, Wesley, 1, 2, 4 Oilers. He picks off the pass. Norm Foster gets the poke check it, bounce it in the air, gets time, gets the right leg on it, and then Wesley finally gets some help. Getting the puck out of there, and he's the one that gets it out. Tremendous 4-on-1. Wesley Foster. This is coming down to the end. Wesley to Anderson just about to shoot. Diving poke check. Wesley, the hero of the hour. Playing absolutely fantastic.
In the third period, the Oilers had 12 shots, Boston 8. The totals are 37 for Boston and 23 for the Oilers in the game. In the third period, Klima made it 5-3, but back came Hodge from Neely 9 seconds later. Hodge's 14th of the year, his 2nd of the night, as he moves up in the scoring among rookies in the National Hockey League. He was starting the game in the number 4 position, and he could be ahead of Yager right now.
Three winning goals. That's not too bad.
So what's he sitting on the bench for? Because Messier, Anderson, and Simpson are out there. They're going to sudden death overtime. Huddy and Bukovam on defense. Burridge in. Checks the play on Bukovam. Loose. Bob Sweeney put it in front, and Ranford made the save, and the Bruins almost have it right there, thanks to Burridge and Bob Sweeney.
Unbelievable right here. Randy Burridge, good second effort. Was hooked into the corner. Now he just worked hard enough. Bob Sweeney gets the puck. Tries to get it up through the legs. But Glenn Anderson was hooking Burridge, holding him, interfering with him, going in on the forechecking assignment. And then Burridge just never quit. Anderson eventually had to let him go.
Bob
Jumped on Huddy, and now that was the result.
Almost with his 6th overtime goal. McTavish is out there. That's Bob Sweeney. 5-5, sudden death overtime. Ball start by Burridge and Muni.
Well, McTavish really doesn't want it. Trying to preoccupy Sweeney.
Into the corner. Taken over by Smith in the clear out. Ray Bourque back for it. Another tremendous night by Ray Bourque. Time on the ice to Duras. Duras pops it in. Burridge hustles him. Muni try to clear it around and out. Wesley try to keep it in. At the line. Bangs it up. Messier. Checked by Bob Sweeney. Checked by Burridge. Bob Sweeney knocked down on the play. The puck cleared out. Bourque gets it. But Duras played back in. Simpson winding up now. The clear out. In the center ice. Bourque knocked it away. A lead. Messier trying to get it. Over the line. Stops. Gets it. Plays it in deep. In the corner. Anderson. Shot. Blocked. And Bob Sweeney starts it out.
No one ice it at this point.
3:52 left. Sudden death overtime. The face-off in the Boston end.
Bob Sweeney a little tired at the end of the shift. Would like to have seen him carry it a little bit farther. Get it over the center line. Dump it in. And you'd go back, regroup, take the face-off. Don't like to see face-offs in the defensive zone in the overtime. No one does. The only face-offs, one at the other end of the building.
Klima 3 goals. Simpson 2 goals. Klima has 8 goals in the last 4 games. He is out there at right wing with Linsman ready for the faceoff to the left of Norm Foster. Bukovam and Huddy. Hodge will take the faceoff for Boston. Ken Hodge with 2 goals. He now has 14 on the season. Tikkanen on the left wing. Bruins move it to the corner. Galley there. Try to get away from Klima. Moves it up. And out. Picked up by Neely. He's broken up. Hodge for Lazaro. He can't get it. Hodge covers. Now Linsman with it. Pass in the center ice. Hodge on it. Gets it to Neely. Neely took down a man. Fires a kind of a blind pass. Hodge steals it. Hodge trying to put it in front. Can't. Rolls back. Left point. Don Sweeney. Shot. Blocked. Swept away to Huddy. That was right in there. And out comes Graves. Now Klima. Klima over the line. Closing. Broken up by Don Sweeney. Gets it back, though, to Kevin Lowe. Lowe feeds in for Linsman. Linsman puts it in front of Jam. Foster at the bottom, able to tie it up. Norm Foster blocked it in that.
Couple nice plays there by Kevin Lowe and Ken Linsman. Kept that alive.
What Edmonton does, they pass to set up the good shot.
They move it well. Right here, they're just sliding it down low to get things happening. Norm Foster realizes it, kind of squeaks in there and grabs it. Freezes it.
3 minutes left. In sudden death overtime, 5-5 the score.
The other end of the building, done. The Bruins haven't had their chances. Right here, Hodge steals it. Right off Tikkanen. Here's the shot. It's a foot. Hodge almost gets his own rebound. Neely just lurking about. And Don Sweeney's got it. Misses the net. It's hit in front. There's the poke check away. There's no Bruins around. Those open pucks, loose pucks.
McTavish out there now with Graves and Murphy. The face-off to the right of Norm Foster. 3 minutes left, sudden death overtime. Bruins battling back tonight. Early in the second period, down 4-1, and it's now 5-5. Puck out to the point. Muni's pass deflected wide. Bork trying to get it. Does.
Good
Cleared
move
it
there
out.
by Skriko. Referee Skriko got to his point, man.
Lowe knocks it in. Bork there. Brown chopped out by Skriko. Lowe again. The clear in. Again, Bork back for it. Makes a quick clear out. Winding up is Kevin Lowe and Bukovan. Long pass eludes everybody. Could be icing. It is. And the face-off in the Edmonton zone with 2:23 left. Sudden death overtime.
Over the boards comes Mark Messier. Marvelous game Glenn Wesley has played. That man there has been a going concern all night. Great pair of legs. Can skate, can handle it, can do everything. Worth the price of admission, Mark Messier.
I thought in the first period, flying out of sight. Second, a little less. Third, a little less. That's my impression.
Long road trip. Coming to the end of it, tired, fatigued, won 4 in a row. Or did the Bruins wrestle it away from them? Bruins did start to hit. Neely laid out 3 good checks in a row, and then things started to go their way.
Yanni, Skriko, Christian with Bork and Wesley. Bork is just about playing the entire overtime. Breaks it up at center ice. Fires it in. He is everywhere tonight. Does not have a single point. That has been a stalwart. 39 shots, Boston 24, Edmonton 5-5. Christian trying to break it up. And the Oilers, Muni clears it, back for it. Bork. Janney. Flip out. Rolls away to Huddy. To Bukovan. At center ice, Ray Bork there. He's over the line. Off for Janney. Janney with Skriko going, holds. Puts it in front. And it never reached. It was kind of a billiard shot.
Just hit a foot. Janney looking for the second one.
Christian clears it in. And Muni back for it. Bob Sweeney chasing him. Center ice, Skriko trying to bang it over the line. Does. Muni is after it. Neely out there. 1:24 left. Sudden death overtime. A marvelous comeback by the Bruins. In deep, Bob Sweeney trying to cut in front. Cuts in and can't get the shot away. Don Sweeney trying to keep it in. Neely does. Out of the corner. Backhand, a block. In front. Bruins win it. Ken Hodge, a hat trick. Boston wins it 6-5.
What a goal by Ken Hodge. Tremendous hustle by Neely. Sweeney, Hodge completes a tremendous night, a hat trick. His first one as a Bruin and first one in the National Hockey League. Tremendous end to a game that did in the first period look like Boston was going absolutely nowhere. Mike Milbury regrouped the troops. Ken Hodge started the parade with the first of 3, the second goal of the night. Made it 4-2 and back they came. They slowly, they bit, they clawed, they scratched. They deserve this win.
Ken Hodge, Neely will have 1 assist. Cam Neely, nice
Bob
stick handling.
Sweeney.
Here's Neely.
There's Ken Hodge coming out of the corner. Bob Sweeney started it. Peaks it, got a backhand. That is 3 backhands that have beat Bill Radford tonight. Janney's and 2 of Hodge's were backhand. Maduris's, and 1 of Hodge's.
The goal, Ken Hodge, is 15th. The hat trick for Ken Hodge at 3:52 sudden death overtime. Bob Sweeney, Cam Neely assisting.
His father will be happy tonight. Bill Ranford upset with himself. Gave up 6. Saw 40 shots.
Ken Hodge has moved into 3rd in scoring rookies NHL, and you'll recall he didn't start with the Bruins. He started with the Maine Mariners. A marvelous comeback by Boston. The final score, Boston 6, Edmonton 5. Recap in a moment.
Boston Garden tonight. The Boston Bruins 6, Edmonton Oilers 5 in overtime. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tom Larson. This is Bruins Instant Replay on NESN. Great game. We have seen the Bruins have problems with 3-goal leads over the course of the season. Tonight, the Oilers had it, lost it. Ken Hodge with the game winner and the hat trick. And is Dave Shea's guest post-game at the Garden. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Took his first career hat trick and an overtime goal to finally get Ken Hodge on the post-game show. It's been a while coming. You've played well at times to get you on the post-game, and for one reason or another, we had no programming, but we've got it tonight.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just enjoying it. We had a great game tonight, and it was an important game for us to win because now we're tied for first place overall. We didn't give up. We were down 4-1. We kept playing, kept digging. Big goal was the one at the end of the second period there, and everything just kept going from there, and we played real well tonight.
What did Mike say at the end of the first?
He was a little disappointed. We first maybe 9 minutes of the first period, we played real hard. We were hitting, we were bumping, we were getting involved, and we kind of sat back for the last 11, and they took it to us. And he just said to keep going, and we're going to get a power play, and we're going to get a couple goals, and we did.
Well, the first of 3 was on the pickup of a Dave Christian miss. Let's take a look at the second of the 3 you scored tonight, Kenny. That was part of the comeback that tied it in the third.
Well, they just scored a goal, and Mike had been saying all along to keep going, keep driving, and Cam made a great pass out to me out in front. I just redirected it right in the net, and it was nice because it got us right back in the game.
Yeah, that was probably the most important goal of the night after Glenn's goal at the end of the second period, because Edmonton had taken the momentum away, and you guys snatched it right back.
Yeah, well, that was the key. In Buffalo the other night, they were down 2-0. They got a goal. They came right back and scored another one. That's what we were talking about all day today, was don't let them get going and don't let them keep snowballing. And it worked out fine, and we won the game. That's all that matters.
Then in the overtime, some excellent opportunities for both teams, and you finally finished it off.
Yeah, Cam made a great play in stealing the puck, and I just saw it laying at his feet, and he actually kicked it to Bobby, and the puck just sat there, and I just tried to shoot it towards the net. Anything can happen, and it went in the net, and it's just a celebration after that, and it felt great.
The thought just occurred to me with the Mariner call-ups this season, scoring 31 goals. Maybe Rick Bowness ought to be the 7th player award winner.
Well, he was great to me when I was up there, and I know he's been great to everybody. And my hat's off to him and the job that he's doing up in Maine. And I'd like to say hello to him if he's watching. And I wish him the best, and I just thank him for the 3 weeks or a month that I was up there.
If Rick is watching, he's got to be proud. He also has to wonder when are you guys coming back to help me out? You can't have any players left.
Well, I think we've got about 12 guys up here right now, but that's what the farm teams are for. And it's a tough job for him, but he's doing a great job, and they're all handling it well up there.
The home record, it is the best in the National Hockey League. Kenny, I remember it wasn't too long ago when the Bruins had a tough time winning in this building. Why has this suddenly become a home ice advantage again?
Well, I think we're starting to play Bruins hockey again. I think we were inconsistent at the beginning of the year, and now we're starting to muck and grind because this is a small rink, and that's the kind of team that we have, a team that works hard, bumps and grinds, and gets the opportunities, and we capitalize. And that's what we've been doing lately, and we got to keep going because we got 2 more tough games, and Saturday could be a battle for first overall, and we'd like to stay up there.
Between now and then, though, it's Calgary on Thursday night.
Yeah, we beat them last week or 2 weeks ago, and they're going to be ready to play, and it's going to be tough. We're going to have to be ready to go again.
All right, Kenny, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ken Hodge, our guest. Tommy?
All right, David, thank you. What an outstanding win for the Bruins, down by 3 goals at one time and coming back to win it in overtime 6-5 over the Edmonton Oilers. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson will join us in a moment on NESN. There was a time tonight, and I'm sure you remember it, when the crowd gave Norm Foster a mock cheer when he made what was a fairly routine save. And yet, he turned out having just a heck of a night, made some essential saves as the Bruins came back and picked up the overtime win over the Edmonton Oilers. Here's Fred Cusick with Derek Sanderson.
Well, Norm Foster, 2 goals, 1 assist. He was a great player. He was a great
Thank you, Tom. Well, you kind of right off the game. It was a breeze for Edmonton. They were cruising, coasting, maneuvering, scoring, and leading 4-1, but the Bruins never gave up.
Oh, at the outset, Messier came out skating, and Simpson was flying, and they had Klima all over the building, gets himself a hat trick. But, I mean, you know, they got some legs. And the Bruins, I think, were a little caught off by it. They didn't hit them in the first period. They took their time. They came out in the second period a little more earnest. I think they came out a little more physical, took it to them, and then started chipping away at Ranford, and they just never quit. I mean, you got to figure the game was over the way Edmonton was playing the first 25 minutes or so. Boston never quit. To their credit and the coaching staff, they just kept on coming at them.
And a night long to remember by rookie Ken Hodge, a hat trick, and he scored the winning goal. You can't see it enough, really, as he maneuvered in, and a good point you made. 3 backhands beat Ranford.
And this is going to be one of them that comes here, but what has happened is they're working the puck hard. They're staying on their man. Neely here not quitting, coming in front of the net. He's thinking, you know, he's going to leave it for Hodge. It comes loose over there to Sweeney. But Hodge follows the play, and that's what you got to do. Just stay on the puck.
Then back when Edmonton prior had that breakaway, a 3-on-1 turned out to a 4-on-1. Wow. Wesley back and Norm Foster. That was a key.
That was a key. First of all, Wesley played that 4-on-1, which you don't practice. No one in the history of the game practices a 4-on-1. They had a lot of options. Wesley just played the 2 on the left side, on his right. Foster played them with him. Didn't go to the other side of the building. Wesley breaks up the play, and then Foster made the big save with his arm, or doesn't even get to overtime.
So the Boston Bruins battling back from a 4-1 deficit, overcome Edmonton and win it in overtime. Ken Hodge a hat trick and the winning goal. The final 6-5. Here's Tom.
All right, Fred, Derek, kind of a Jekyll-Hyde hockey game, both the way the Bruins played, and as a result, the crowd's reaction was really quiet for a while, and then finished frenzy. Bruins win it in overtime 6-5. Back to wrap it up in a moment on NESN. Guests on NESN's Bruins Instant Replay receive a gift certificate to Applebee's, your New England neighborhood grill and bar, with 8 convenient locations in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. The Oilers are winless at Boston Garden for the regular season since 1986, January. They're 0-7-1 in the last 8 games. Of course, postseason has been a different story. That's Bruins Instant Replay for this time. We'll be back after Thursday night's game from the Garden when the Bruins play the Calgary Flames. Tonight's final score in overtime, the Bruins 6, the Edmonton Oilers 5. Next Bruins telecast will be that game with the Flames on Thursday night. 7:30 is broadcast time with Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea. I'll be along 30 minutes before that at 7 with another edition of Bruins Digest on your New England Sports Network. This has been an exclusive presentation of NESN, your New England Sports Network, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.